Yo, 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 yo. We talking San Francisco and Detroit. I got one of the illest in the building with me. Y'all don't want to miss this show.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls off three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer! Oh my God! They know that! Are you kidding me?
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? And I got Boogie hitting me up right now. Hold on. Boogie, what's good with you, Boogie?
What's goody, man? Up here at the rooftop, what's good with it?
I was seeing if you wanted to get on, man. I got my partner I've been trying to get on all year. And he's a straight up the only Detroit Lions fan that I've known for the last 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, I was hitting you up to see what's going
on. I'm
with
trying
you.
to clean up and everything right now. When y'all going on?
Man, we about to be on. When you get off, hit me. We'll go back on.
All right, set them up.
All right, bro.
What?
Yeah, before we get on this all the way live, come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Hi.
She wanted to say hey to her Uncle
I'm over
Huda.
here muted. Salute.
Yeah, she had to say hey to her Uncle Huda.
Yeah, our favorite team is Detroit, baby. We love the Lions.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Say Detroit Lions.
Niners. She will not go against her daddy. Now get on out of here.
Oh man!
All right, go ahead.
I meant to put my
Okay, go ahead and say
ensembles in the background.
She gotta say. She said she gotta say something before she goes. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Say it in the mic so he can hear you, baby.
I said 49ers and
Lions.
49ers and Lions are both the best.
See it? She perfect. She perfect. She don't.
That's right. Hey,
She don't
you
do
already
anything
see-
yet. She don't
let's go.
jeopardize. She out here to sell seats, man.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, she out here to sell seats, man.
Yes.
She don't
yes.
care. She gonna show
Yes.
love to everybody. But
Yes.
for everybody that's tuning in, y'all know how I do it.
Yep.
This is the man that gave me the energy, the motivation, and everything to do this show. Every time I drop the album, if I drop the beat tape or anything, I was on his show. He showed me love. He interviewed the hell out of me. Didn't matter if the shows was an hour and a half, 2 hours. If I was on there by myself or if I had somebody else with me, this is the guy right here. And we have been all year missing each other. You know how normally people bump heads. We've been missing each other, and this 49ers talk and this Lions talk had needed to go down.
It's broken.
Yeah.
Brother,
Facts.
how are you doing, man? Everybody, shout out to Huda Campbell out this piece.
Yeah, I'm
man.
Dan
Y'all say y'all
Campbell's.
love.
I'm Dan Campbell, big homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's big brother him, man.
Yeah, I'm Dan Campbell, big homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shouts out to the Detroit Lions. Thank you, Petey. You are the man. You are the man. You've always been my favorite producer. You know that. Anything you put your hands on, go to gold. If not gold, right now, everything you put your hands on is going platinum, bro. I appreciate you for having me here for real.
Oh man, it's always love, like you said, and on the first show that you had that I did the intro for, you show love, you get love.
Oh man.
So when I first started doing this, I was automatically looking for you because I felt like that. And you know me, I never talk trash about your team. You never talk trash about my team.
No.
When we were going through it, we was going through it on the Madden stages.
Yeah.
And it wasn't what it
They don't.
was then, what it is now.
Do you play Madden now?
Man, if I am, I'm scared to play you. You ain't like me up.
Yeah,
Look, you ain't like me up for times past. No, look, I will. I'll get on. Look, I'll get on. I'll take the L. I'll take the L.
Hey, word. Word.
You look. You wasn't scared to run the fade with me. You wasn't scared, so I can't. You owe me.
And my
one.
team was crappy at that time.
Right?
like-
you got some heat out there right now.
Yeah.
You got some heat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Word up, man.
I don't like what happened the year before last. That was crazy. in the
Let's
NFC
start from there.
game.
Let's
Okay,
start
go
from
for
there
it.
because right now, they're trying to give Brock Purdy money, and I said I wouldn't give him $40 million and 1 cent. If you're
Why?
a because you're a quarterback and you can't throw it in wet conditions, you don't deserve more than 35 in that state. Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, both Detroit, they can throw the ball. They
But
earn their money that they get. It
yeah,
doesn't, how some people like, look at the two-headed beast that they got over there in Detroit. That don't matter because when he got to throw the ball, he can throw it, whether it's raining or not. Brock Purdy, if it's a rainy game and any of our receivers are hurt, or even if they're not hurt, that's an L for us. I've been watching it. I've been seeing it. You've seen it. And we're going back, not even this last year, but the year before. Because
okay.
remember, we'll go through it. And that game, when we played y'all and y'all had us beat the first half, I don't know what the hell happened. You're going to have to fill me in because I don't have the answers. Hold up. I don't know. When I saw that first half, I thought it was over. The second half,
we have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
I didn't know what the hell happened, bro. And I'm a Niner. Y'all had us dead to rights, bro.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
Y'all was doing it, man. But by the fourth quarter,
I can't take this shit no more.
It was crazy for me. I didn't know what happened. Talk to me about it a little bit, bro.
All right. So what had happened was one head coach problems. I tried to tell Dan, yo, chill out on them fourth downs and stuff. Not only that, when people are catching long passes off of your helmet, it's kind of sad. Brandon Ayuk, salute to that catch. Vildor, glad you're gone. I didn't mean to throw the middle finger up. I'm glad we got rid of that bum. Oh my God. Stuff like that was kind of the reasons, like failed fourth downs. Definitely that one catch sparked y'all. It really turned everything into what in the holy mammoth is going on right now.
But see,
and y'all were just
I'll
a better
say this,
team, bro.
I'll say this on y'all fourth downs, bro. Because before we go to anything else, bro, he stuck to his guns and what he was on all year. Now, if he was riverboat running it, and sometimes, and you're not consistent, the man was consistent all that year with his fourth down running. He believed in his team more than his team believed in them themselves. And that year, you saw the growth, and they stuck with it. They did it. That game was different. I can't put it all the way on the fourth downs because if you look at the way that the Niners won that, it was off of Brock's uncounted for runs that he did.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, when it comes to Brock, one thing he leaked out the bag, which I understand why you're saying you wouldn't pay him $40 million, is that he let it be known that half the time he's throwing the ball, he can't see over the line.
60% of the time, he said it himself.
Yeah.
How can I pay him more than what I said for him saying that? And that's just him seeing over the line, but also you can't throw a wet football. And Kyle Shanahan won't let you even practice with a wet football. Come on, man.
But he got legs, though.
Yeah, he does.
He got legs.
He's got a good set of wheels.
Yeah, he get out there. He got to get from behind the line, and he launching it. I mean, that Brandon Ayuk catch was stupid, but Vildor is just, I just want to a little bit, but, it's okay. It's all right. And that last game,
So in that we're talking about that game where he ran and took over that second half out there like that, because I know as a Niner fan how hype I was for it.
Yeah, I lost $20.
Yeah, and the crazy part for it, bro, why did they go away from what was winning? Do you think that has to do with the politics in football and that call from Vegas? Or do you think they really lost that game? Because I don't think they lost that game, and I'm a 49er. They had us dead to rights and went away from everything that was winning. If you ask me, prize picks, and everybody had something to do with Vegas, they go down in the fourth.
But at the same time, what do they gain off of San Fran being San Fran when you can have an upset in Detroit? You know what I mean?
What they would gain is if Detroit would have beat San Francisco, they would have beat the hell out of Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, we had beat them in the beginning of the year, bro.
They would have done it. Remember, we that year when we beat y'all and we went, we lost because Kyle Shanahan didn't even know the overtime rules.
Right? What, bruh?
Even after losing a big linebacker like that, you didn't even know the rules. You always accept. Remember how excited they were? Oh, they want to do. Oh, come on, man. You defer.
Yeah.
You defer.
You better. But he didn't. So these are things we have to live on.
Right, bro.
When our teams do this, bro, like as passionate as you are about San Fran, as passionate I am about Detroit Lions, we are the biggest players on the team because we hold down the team when the team is good or bad. So
everybody that's watching, I want y'all to know this year that's coming up, he's going to be running quality control for the Detroit Lions as well as I'm going to be doing the same thing for San Francisco. So Dan Campbell and Kyle Shanahan, if y'all are paying attention to this show like y'all should be doing, yes, we're going to be talking when y'all are doing bad. Yes, we're going to be excited when y'all doing good, but we're not going to saturate this with things that you don't need to know. And as far as quarterback coaches, I'm sorry for putting the quarterbacks in there, but as far as coaches goes, if you're not doing your job as we're seeing as fans, we're not coaches on the football level by any means. But if we can see what you're doing with these pieces and it's wrong, we're going to say it. We're going to say it. So y'all tune in when we do our show. We're going to announce the date that we're going to be doing this right here because this is my brother right here. This is my brother. This is my brother right here. And like I said, out of everybody I've known, I've never met a Detroit fan. This man is him. He's him. You know what I'm talking about? He ready to play me when I get off. I'm scared.
Hey, you know.
I'm scared.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
He might go ahead and dub me up real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'll turn it off.
Yeah.
Start over. I'm a pain freak, so it might be just 2 blowouts.
But you might do good. You might do good.
I might.
You might do good. I can't do.
It's a strong might. Ain't no injuries on the game, but it's a strong might.
See, I do play injuries.
Okay. No. I mean, like when we start the game up, nobody that's hurt is going to be out of there like that.
Oh no, everybody's there. And you know what's crazy? We have something we didn't get to see during the season. Is a Darius Smith on one side, Aiden Hutchinson on the other side.
Because when people was giving us all these excuses, they was forgetting that Detroit was hurt as well too, and they still got to do their thing because they had coaches that understood the game, whether it was your defensive coordinator, whether it was your offensive coordinator, or whether it was your head coach. They knew the adjustments that they had to make for those games.
Facts.
In order to do what they had to do. And this year, they look so good. They look so good, and they just got surprised by Washington. That's what I'll say. They got surprised. Now, remember, they was beat up all year.
Hands down, bro. Jaden Daniels is going to be one of those names, bro. Hands down. I can't take nothing from the young kid. The boy can do it all, man. He is. I'm not going to say he's up there with Lamar, but you give him about 2 more seasons.
He can get there.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Anytime you take him that deep into the playoffs on your rookie year.
On your rookie year, bro. That man
Man,
did more than Dak Prescott did his rookie year than Dak did his whole career.
amen to that. A lot of other quarterbacks too, but
You know
we'll
what I
talk about
mean?
that. Yo, I just want to throw this out there. I stand behind Jared Goff because he's in Honolulu blue. That's the only reason why I am not a fan of the statue quarterbacks of these days to just stand in the pocket and expect for, this and that. He cannot take pressure worth for crap. If you get at him, we're screwed. He will fumble. You seen him throw 5 picks against the Texans, like 4 picks. I mean, like, we still won, but like I'm not behind that. Now we have Hendon Hooker, but he's sitting on the bench, and then we bringing in Teddy Bridgewater from his football season, high school coaching, and he comes in and plays second string in the middle of the year, and he played in the playoffs. I want to say that's who they put in when Jared Goff had the little concussion thing against the Commanders. It'd be like that, but we still have a monster that's sitting that hasn't touched the field. Hendon Hooker, you got to check his Tennessee Volunteer. You know what I mean? Boy,
That's
it was
right.
like that before he got hurt. He
Yeah,
was going to
check the
be in the top
history.
12. Yeah, he was going
Check
to
the
be in
history.
there. But I mean, I don't know why they don't got the faith in him. I'm thinking we'll talk about that later because the draft is coming up. But I think he's going to be one that's draft bait. I think that Jameson Williams, I hate to say it, but I think he's going to probably be up there for draft bait. And Sam Laporta. I hate to say it. They love new tight ends. You seen what we did to what my man Hawkinson. We got rid of him. Sent him to the Vikings because we had Laporta. We got rid of DeAndre Swift because we had Jahmyr Gibbs. It's a business, so you can't get too invested into these players. Just keep
Mhm.
loving your team. That's all I can say.
Right. And I this is one thing that I'll say and I see because y'all got great draft picks in this draft coming up.
Yeah, we do.
And
Well, we
y'all are
28th, first round 28th,
but
but we're gonna
see,
trade up, bro.
but the thing is about it, y'all can get better players.
Brad is
Just
going to trade up.
like how we've been proven to get third round picks, fourth and fifth round picks, even the last
St.
pick of the
Brown, bro.
draft. You know what I mean? Exactly.
St. Brown,
Y'all are doing
fourth
some
round.
things. So let me ask you this: with y'all defensive coordinator and your offensive coordinator going out there to get head coaching jobs and stuff out there, how do you think you're going to address that? And what do you think? How big of a change that's going to make this year? Do you think y'all still will be a powerhouse? Because I do, but I don't know what y'all have done. That's why I got you out here with me.
Right.
How do
Well,
you think that's going to look this year, bro?
on the behalf of the defense, I'm not too worried because Aaron Glenn's understudy. I forgot his name. Last name Shepard.
Right.
I think he was the linebacker coach earlier. He is. He watched everything. Aaron Glenn have gave him the nod that give him the job. So
Yeah,
he
he's in
got
the
the
house.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in the house.
facts. And the OC we got John Morton, a legend. He
You
been
better believe
everywhere.
that.
You know what I'm saying? He been everywhere. So we ain't really worried about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is Benedict Arnold, but we ain't gonna worry about that.
Right.
Aaron Glenn get a thumbs up. Ben Johnson gets a thumbs down.
Now
But
you
John
got to
Morton,
say he did do his thing though. Now I don't see him doing that in Chicago. I'll tell you that.
you know what? Caleb Williams is a monster, bro. He just don't have the Ben going. I just hate what he's going to
So
do.
tell me because I hear what you saying, and this is how I feel about it. Ben Johnson out there in Chicago with the quarterback and the pieces that he has, he don't have the same pieces that he can draw up those schemes that he did in Detroit with that double head monster back there and the
He can
running
do
back.
better, bro. Look, he got a doomsday.
But look at that, they don't got the line.
He got a doom. That's what they're going to have to build. And
Now
they
remember,
took our linemen. They took our linemen, bro.
but remember
They took our linemen.
that's only one. Y'all had a whole stacked elite line,
We
and
got
you had runners that
one.
could run.
One retired. One went with him, and one got traded. So we got Kevin Zeitler. He missing. Glasgow missing. Who else? Glasgow missing. And did we get rid of Decker? I hope not. I think we got rid of Decker too, though. So that's 3 gone.
But still, you got the draft. You even still got free agents that's coming up now, and the way that
We
they've been
need
doing in
a
the draft.
pass rusher, bro.
You don't think they're gonna get that? Because you look at the pieces that y'all have missing right now. It's not a whole lot of big pieces that y'all missing. What do you think is missing right now from that?
Right now, we are missing a pass rusher.
Mhm.
We're not gonna get Aleem McNeil back to like week 5, so we're gonna need some interior defense alignment. DJ Reader can't do it by himself. We kept Marcus Davenport. I don't know why. He been injured all last year, but he supposed to be this hot commodity that came out of college when he first got drafted. But he ain't showed us nothing. We got Overworski. I think that's how you say his name, Levi. I can't say it because it's one of those O words. But shouts out to him. He's not going to. He hasn't been healthy. Let's see.
But see,
Who
look
else?
at the pieces that you're talking about. You ain't said nothing about that offensive line. That's what we talking about.
The O line, the only reason why I'm not really stressed over the O lines because that's where they normally get next man up, where you ain't really got to worry about it. Our line was hurt too, but you didn't really notice it because we had Jameer, we had David, you know what I mean? So it was like we had Craig. Craig was even getting yards. Craig Reynolds, he was getting rushing yards. So
That's the only
like,
thing I say. Like with y'all offensive line, with the people that y'all lost, I think that you can get, like you said, next man up because they were hurt all year.
yeah,
And we didn't really get to see y'all whole team this year, and they still went deep in the playoffs like that.
yeah, we were the number 1 seed, man. Number
Really
1
was,
seed.
really
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like that,
Gang, 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 gang,
man.
gang.
You know what I'm talking about, man?
We were the best team in the NFC. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, and before we take our shots, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take this time out to give a shout out, man. Let
Hey,
me
let's
go
do
ahead
it.
and shout out to the Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs. You can hit them up at 12 different locations in the South Carolina and North Carolina area. If you're not in any of those areas, you can hit them up online at www.planet.vapor.com and get everything that you get at the stores there. Gummies, trays, book bags, glass pieces, whatever you need. I promise you they got you. Also, shout out to Fury Bro Studios for all your recording and production needs. Man, this y'all already know. 106 in Park's own. This guy's legendary. You can get your bars if you want a feature. Go ahead and hit him up. Don't go there broke now, but hit him up. He got you. He got you. And also for the last one, shout out to Corey Rock Bottom Davis down there at Rock Bottom Studios, Columbia, South Carolina's first and only Black-owned animation station. They just got a new building. Shout out to them doing their thing. Shout out to all of the sponsors. And now that we got all of that out of the way, man, let's get back to it, man. Man, yo, all I can say is, bro,
Cheers.
yeah. Cheers, bro. You know how we do it, just like your show. This is what it is, man. We talk the real, we spit the real, and we do what it is, man. But Detroit, bro, all year I was scared of them. But one thing that I saw by week 12, I said, they're not going all the way. Now, all year I seen them do what they had to do, and I seen them go further than what they were supposed to go with their hurt team. We were hurt, but we were hurt to a sense that our coach didn't do anything. Kyle Shanahan didn't make any corrections. He didn't do anything to make changes. He wouldn't play his rookie players. It doesn't matter what he was. The only rookie that we really played, well, no, it was a couple. He played Dominique Pooney. That was a lineman that really was in the top 10 in linemen from a rookie. And that's what you can't overlook that. We had Malik Mustafa, who was an elite safety. He had a great looking year. The only thing that I saw bad about him was when he got trucked by Patrick Mahomes. He came in and took the wrong angle. It was the wrong angle, but he never did that again after that.
Hey, you ain't got no sound for that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Silence! I can't take this shit no more.
Yeah, he got him. Look, what Richard Sherman said to what's her name?
Don't you ever talk about me.
Yeah, man. He really got trucked out there like that. You had Ronaldo Green doing his thing, but bro, when Patrick Mahomes, now he's a quarterback, but he ain't no little light Tom Brady type quarterback. No, Jared Goff, no goddamn Brock Purdy. He gonna run and he'll drop his shoulder. He will do his thing. You know what I mean?
You got to. I mean, respect to Jared Goff. Once again, like I said, I'm not a golfer. I'm
Talk to me, bro. Put me on, man. Enlighten me, brother.
Jared Goff can't take pressure. He don't got wheels. It's a new day in the NFL. You can't stick in the pocket anymore. You can't rely on your lineman to keep this mother sucker safe because these defensive people are hybrids now. You got 364-pound men running the 4-4. Bro, how you gonna get from that?
Right.
This is a whole.
You got to be able to get out of there.
Bro, the cereal is different that they eating. The Wheaties is hitting hard. You know what I'm saying?
So with pocket present quarterbacks. And,
name them. You don't have that many no more.
No, but what we're talking about and the new up and coming.
Okay.
If y'all had an opportunity to get Shedeur Sanders, would you get him or would you think that will be a waste of time? And I'll go first off of how I feel if we got him in San Francisco.
Okay.
The reason that I think he would work is because at Colorado, he had the weakest line. He stayed in the pocket and did his damn thing. He's not no skinny kid that can't take a hit. He's been hit. He's been dropped. He's been, my dad, look.
Yep.
He'll do it.
Yep.
You can't show off if you ain't doing nothing on the field.
Yeah.
You can't be hated if you ain't doing nothing on the field. So with me, I'd love to have him over Brock because he can see over the line. He's taller.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a stronger, more accurate arm.
Mm-hmm.
If Travis Hunter wouldn't have got that MVP as good as that he got it, I think he could have been up there because his pass yardage, everything that he did with that weak line that he had. I think that he would be nice. So I'm bringing that question like how I did for him replacing Brock. How do you think it would be in Detroit if he replaced Jared?
Okay, so this is going to be two different answers.
Mm-hmm.
Because one is a personal feeling and a vendetta against his dad. And when they asked Deion what team he felt he was going to get picked to go to when he was going to be drafted, he said, as long as it's not the Detroit Lions, I'm good. So,
and that's just hate because here's my thing on that. What the hell do you got to do with that? This is your son's career.
No. That's me. That's my personal connected to the Sanders.
Yeah, me too. And I'm with you on that because I didn't know he was like that. But like I'm saying,
Deion said that. When Deion was getting drafted.
Look, this is okay.
When he was getting drafted, he said, "I don't care as long as it ain't the Detroit Lions."
Okay, I thought you were saying that about
no,
him
not
saying
Shedeur.
That. Okay,
no. He said that.
Right.
When it was his time to get drafted.
Now you got to remember why he said that.
I don't care.
No, I understand because that's your team. But remember why he said that at that time. Barry.
That's all we had.
Calvin. At those times, it's like they get great players, and this is the past. This is not now.
And beat them up.
This is not now. They'll beat them up. They wouldn't let them do anything. They wouldn't even trade for them. Both of them retired because they couldn't go nowhere else.
Right here,
But-
right there, yeah.
But here's the reality in it. All they needed to do was build that team around them. And I put that on that front office. You know what I'm saying?
You and them were trash, bro. Like, bruh, you got to realize until Sheila Ford took over, Martha, she tried to take over for her husband. She had Mayhew in there, all that shit. Sheila came in and cleaned house, brought in Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell. She was like, I Firestone, Martha Firestone.
Give me
It's
something.
time to win now.
Yeah,
know what
give
I
me
mean? Like,
something.
but Sheila really came in and said, look, all y'all out of here. Everybody's gone. Get your ass out of here. Got rid of Matt Patricia mid-season.
Get him out.
Mid-season. They're like,
Don't you ever talk about me.
Get him out.
It starts with her. The transformation of the whole Detroit Lions single-handedly goes to that lady. Shots out to Sheila Ford. If it wasn't for her, bruh, we would have been still pulling old Patriots players and stuff. But hold on, to get back to the Shador, that was the personal reason why. Now for the team, I still wouldn't, because we already have a fucking spotlight on us because we've been doing so well. Now you got Deion Sanders, and they're gonna be like, well, Deion Sanders need to be a coach somewhere on the team because he's been coaching his sons, and it's going to be bigger than the organization. Anywhere that young man go, it's going to be a lot of flashes. You seen what happened at Jackson State? Well, that's what he was, right? Jackson State. And
Exactly.
then you see what happened in Colorado. Everything turned to, it's this big hoopla and all this extra shit. Wherever Deion go, he gonna take that. We don't need that right now. We still don't have a Super Bowl. You got to take that somewhere like San Fran, you know what I mean, where he know the people. He plays there. It would be a great fit for y'all. But for us, we don't need that kind of, because that shit gonna go to our head. And
But see, here's the thing. Without the influence, because remember, we're not talking about them drafting them. Because remember when Deion and him said when he declared for the draft, Deion is staying at Colorado.
Right.
Now, he also did say he would love to coach his sons on that next level like that. But that's why also I said he would go not to San Francisco or to Detroit, but he would go to New York.
Yeah, he definitely going to the Giants, bro.
Or he would go to Vegas.
Nah, because they do too many meetings, man.
No, think about it like this. Think about it like this.
30 meetings with the Giants, bro.
But think about it like this, though.
All right.
Deion and the money and the lights. There's only two places in the league that's like that. That's New York. Doesn't matter whatever team you pick. You could pick the Bills. You could pick the Jets. Doesn't matter. Or the Giants. You're going to have bigger social media through it. Or you can go to Vegas, which is now really trying to build their thing. And if they had him out there with what they're doing, it would be different. But like I said, and what we're talking about,
would you take Shador? Would you like to have Shador?
I would, because of one thing.
What's that?
Brock Purdy can't throw the football in the rain. And even if the rain or the elements is not in there, Shador can throw a better football than Brock Purdy can. Yeah. All over the field. Inside the lines, outside the lines, across the middle of the field. Doesn't matter where it is. He can throw it and he can deliver it better. Now, Jared Goff, he's got Purdy on that. And everybody always tries to glaze that over what Brock Purdy has done. Look at what Brock Purdy had.
What he had? Besides Brandon Ayuk,
he had Debo, Kittle, he had McCaffrey, he had the weapons.
But McCaffrey stay hurt,
now,
bro.
Remember, no. And look what happened this last year when those people was hurt. We saw Brock Purdy not do nothing. Now, remember this one thing. Jawan Jennings, who we like to call First and Jawan, the slowest receiver that we got was our best receiver. Why? Because he's going to go get it.
Right.
This man in the Super Bowl that year threw a touchdown and caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
That's good shit.
Everybody sleeps on that and put it on Brock Purdy arms when this man did that on his own. And the pass that he caught was a pass that he had to fight to get.
Yeah. I mean, but he a dog though, man.
If you don't have that, look, if you don't have that dog, we don't even go into overtime in the Super Bowl. We lose in the regular
is a
time.
dog too, man.
And
I don't know. I'm not so bad.
I'm not even gonna act like I'm against you. I'm not going against you on that.
Take Brock. I'd give y'all golf and y'all give us Brock. I'll take Brock.
If you give us Brock and y'all wait. If y'all give us golf and y'all take Brock, y'all are gonna have the worst season ever.
Incorrect, bro.
No,
y'all will. I promise.
Look, all right. Tell me
y'all
how.
Got a line of scrimmage?
Tell me how.
Y'all got protection?
No, we don't.
Oh,
no, yes, we do. No, yes, we do.
Automatically,
we got the best left tackle in the game. Period.
That's one man, though.
But
bro, we had a line. We had a line.
That's the truth.
And this man threw 4 interceptions in a game.
Now, remember what Brock Purdy did? Threw 4 interceptions in that game. Come on, man. Stop playing. He throws interceptions as well. Like we was talking about, 60% of the time he can't see over the line. Not only he can't see over the line, but this is Detroit we'll be talking about. He's in a whole nother brand, a whole nother league of the NFC and the teams that they play. You're going to be more with the elements against you. If you put elements and Brock Purdy in the same sentence, at the end of it, you're going to get the LGBT community out here because it ain't going to be no football coming from this man out here. And shout out to them and whatever y'all doing, but they don't even want this man out here, man. The man cannot throw the football when you need him to throw it. Green Bay almost torched it. Well, this year they torched us.
Green Bay is not a slouch, though. The NFC North is not a slouch division. That's the blue and black.
We lost to Arizona, and we had to win. We had to lead. We lost to the Rams, and the Rams, this is when they were depleted, and they had nothing, and we had the lead going into the fourth quarter. They had Stafford? Yes, they did.
Oh, that's all you need, bro.
Exactly. They had their quarterback. This is what I'm saying, quarterback to quarterback.
All you need is
and when it came down to it, this man threw interceptions in games where it cost us our season.
Bro, if we brought back Stafford, we would have won the Super Bowl 2 years straight.
I believe it.
If we had just kept and stuck to our guns.
I believe it. That's why I say if y'all give us golf,
you can have golf.
We'll be able to think about it like this.
You can have golf.
Nobody's stopping Kittle. He can deliver to Kittle anytime if anything goes wrong.
You're gonna go down as one of the greatest.
We give you the weapons that y'all got with Brock Purdy. He can't throw it down the field, so it'll be interceptions. What would lead to the thing ultimately being
denied.
He's not going to be able to deliver it as a quarterback. Like I said on my short, I wouldn't give Brock Purdy $40 million and 1 cent. You can take the 39 or you can get out of here. You still under contract. We don't owe you nothing. I'll make you play it out.
I wouldn't even give him that much, bro.
Exactly, bro. What do you prove in this year without the weapons? Remember, with the weapons, you looked real good.
Great.
You looked real. You know what I mean? You looked immaculate.
Yeah.
The numbers and everything look great. You rivaled the best in the league. But when people was hurt and as a quarterback, like Lamar did, like Josh Allen did this year, all the great quarterbacks, even Sam Darnold. Come on, man.
That was a fluke. He got exposed, bro. He's a Kirk Cousins. He can't get it done, bro.
In which way did he get exposed?
That he ain't the leader he thought he was. We swept them. They didn't ever beat us.
Y'all had a better team.
Not really. We were depleted. We played them late in the season and still beat them.
No, that's true. But remember, all year y'all got better every week. Wait, baby. All year y'all got better. right?
with
Now,
losers. Well, I ain't gonna say losers. Second and
no,
third stringers.
right, but they were great enough. But
And
here's
pulling
the thing.
people off of the practice squad, bro.
That's
It got
right.
that ugly.
That's right. And y'all had that team. Y'all had that mentality because Dan Campbell is not playing.
That
Now
grit,
you
man.
look at it. Think about it like this. Think about it like this, because we talked about quarterbacks that can pass and that can run.
Right.
Sam is one of those guys. He is really like that on the running thing. He really is. He can get you 12 to 15
He can.
anytime.
Right.
Look at me. I see
Look
the
at
face
the
that you're making.
weapons he
Look,
had.
no,
The
no,
defense he
no,
had, bro.
no. Look. We talking about offense. If you talk about offense,
Offense.
Haley,
Justin Jefferson.
okay,
Arguably the best wide receiver in the league, man.
Now, how many times did he get it to him outside of how many times he got it to everybody spreading that out there? And remember how many interceptions he threw just trying to get it to him. Hold on real quick. Hold on.
Go
Baby
ahead.
says she got to say something. Baby says
Go
she
ahead.
got to say something real quick.
Go ahead. Definitely. Give it a flow.
In the microphone.
I have two wiggly teeth. These top two.
You talk about teeth. We talk about football.
Congratulations. That's good. That means you getting older and bigger, and you're gonna have grown-up teeth. Yeah, you becoming a big girl.
I only have two on the bottom gum teeth.
Okay, they're coming in.
All right, go ahead, man.
But there's three.
Go ahead, do your thing, man. You interrupted the show for that, right? I thought you had something to say about it, like how you normally do.
As a Detroit Lions fan, I can appreciate a tooth conversation because we like to take a bite out of a mouth.
What he said, by the kneecap.
Yeah, hey, you already know. You're knocking down again. We coming up again. We're gonna bite that other knee. Hey, well, honey, who the Campbell in the building? Now let me. But yeah,
bro, it's no hate over here for me. There's no hate over here for me. Speaking the truth.
Yeah,
you're speaking the truth. But
like
Sam
Darnold, bro, like, okay, Pete, when he was with the Jets, he gave us
no. We can't go off the past because remember the past is what made him raggedy.
Right.
The Jets, the Carolina Panthers, the man had a career. And if on the show, when you go back and watch all year, I was like, not this year, but last year, we got Sam Darnold. Look at who this guy is. He's nothing, and he's over Trey Lance. And that's when I was on Trey Lance like that.
Oh, he was with y'all?
Yes.
Y'all had Sam
Darnold? Last year, he was.
Stop the madness.
He beat Trey Lance out for the second quarterback, the backup quarterback position.
Wow. And then he goes start in Minnesota.
Man, Kyle Shanahan had nothing but high praise to say about him.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's trash. I ain't gonna say trash. Don't get me wrong.
I think he's.
Would you take him back over Purdy?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You think Sam Darnold?
And the reason that I do it, they scramble the same.
Okay.
His arm
and
is
he can
better.
See over the line. Yeah.
His arm is better.
Yeah,
he can see over the line. The only difference, the only thing that Brock Purdy has better is his processing speed is better. But last year, his processing speed showed a whole bunch of interceptions. It showed you can't score in the red zone, even with your legs. You regressed, brother.
While we look at protection, bro, you had
no. That's a lie. That's a lie. You had three.
You said it. Oh, you threw three linemen.
You had three.
Okay,
I said one as far as elite, and that's Trent Williams. You also had the rookie that was top 10 in linemen, and it was a rookie.
Okay.
And then you also had the other guy that was out there with him. He was okay, but as good as Dominique was, he made you can see in plays where he pushing his own lineman like, yo, nigga, get over here. This is where you supposed to be. What are you doing?
Okay.
When you got a lineman that good where you can direct your person into stopping somebody blitzing in or stopping a quarterback play, I'll take that over. You got a line.
we got two different philosophies, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Give me just 5 solid linemen. I don't need the elites. That's only one person or one person. It's a whole team,
That's
and
right.
and it take a village to protect a quarterback. You know what I mean? So I just take 5 solid ones that even if they can give the quarterback 2 seconds on a 3-step drop back and
That's
he
it.
can find something and bop it, I'm good with that, bro. I don't need the elites. Shouts out to Panay Sewell, but I mean, I don't need the elites. I don't
So
need
so so
Glasgow.
say it. So
You know
say
what I
it,
mean?
bro. You don't need the leads for that. Remember, that's the line that we got. No elites.
You,
Only
you,
one
you
elite.
say, see,
Only one elite.
and that right there, kind of makes Brock Purdy look bad.
But the only thing that made him look bad was the games that the elite player didn't play.
That's why I just want 5 solid. Give me 5 solid, bro. Give me a center, 2 guards, 2 tackles, bro, and we're
But
good.
remember also what you dealt with of the 5 solid. When they get hurt, the backups ain't there.
Give me more solids.
The
Next
depth,
man
but
up.
remember exactly. So the depth chart versus the one elite. What do you say about that? What is harder to have? More depth or an elite player that's old that's going to be there? Because remember when Trent Williams went down for the 3-4 weeks, 5 weeks that he was down, those was all losses except for one game.
One man changed the whole dynamic of an offense.
Right.
That's crazy, bro. Think about that. One person impacts your team like that. That goes back to the old Detroit. Barry Sanders, Calvin
Coaching,
Johnson,
right?
or
Coaching, right?
Calvin and said, yeah.
Ain't
The
that the
front
front
office,
office? There we go. And see
front office, bro.
the hardest thing for me to say, and I feel so sorry for what's his name, John, that's out there. He's a Hall of Famer. Yep, I
John
got you.
who?
He came from Tampa Bay. Who he's our
He a coach.
no, he's our GM.
Oh, your
Um,
GM.
yeah,
Jesus
he's our
Christ.
GM, but he was only hired by Cal, so Cal can have a big name that played with sports, and he can have somebody to blame it on. And
Uh,
I'll go with that from the blame in the Super Bowl. Everybody said that Steve Wilkes was a bad coach. Steve Wilkes didn't play that wide 9 that San Francisco played. They even asked him to come down from the booth.
I
Remember,
thought
he
y'all ran
coaches
West Coast. Y'all not West Coast?
on defense.
Oh,
We wide
defense. Oh, I'm
9.
sorry. Okay, wide 9.
You
Got
good.
you.
But remember, he came from the booth because they tried to say that was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
He came from the booth. They made it to the Super Bowl. He got fired the day after the Super Bowl. Last year, our defense was trash. Complete trash. If you compare the numbers and what he did, they were way better with him. But they needed an scapegoat because they couldn't explain why the defense fell off so bad. But they fired the person that had they DBs, they cornerbacks, and they nickels looking all better. They can't explain it. And that's what Steve Wilkes had done.
That's front office problem, though. That's on them.
Right.
Yeah. That got to do with the office.
Stop rubbing it.
But at the same time, I think this year, you guys, if y'all stick with Brock, man, if y'all just give him another chance.
Nah. If you can't throw it in the rain, it don't matter how many chances you get because
And that's
that's
crazy.
like
Y'all on the dome team, bro.
right.
Like,
No, we got
he should
open
have been able to
field.
throw in the rain, right?
We got
Because it
open
never
field.
rains in Southern California.
Can't tell me.
Oh, they tell me, but if it
Come on,
rains,
man.
Brock got a problem.
And that means on the road with all of these, come on, man. And you know, in the playoffs, what time of year is that? February, January, when the elements are worse.
Yeah.
You
It's
go to
winter
Detroit.
everywhere.
You go to Detroit, Minnesota with a dome. You go to Dallas with a dome.
Yeah.
Then you might look okay, depending on what weapons you have.
Right.
But if you go in the open field, you go to Pittsburgh, they're gonna beat your ass. You go to
Man, they get cold
Buffalo.
out there. Yeah.
Look, you go to Buffalo, they're gonna bury you.
Snowball.
Like how they did this year.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? And I got nothing against Brock. He's my quarterback, and
Yes,
I
he
love what he does. He does great things. But when one of your great things isn't throwing the ball well when it's wet, bro, that's a hard thing to understand. I mean, it's not
Is
like
he a glove back? He used a glove?
No, remember, he tried all of that. He even tried to wipe his hand off and all that before it. Bro, when you can't throw it, and this is the one thing that I don't like either. Kyle Shanahan won't let the man practice with a wet football.
So you can't really blame Brock then.
Shit, because
He's
he's
not being
throwing.
conditioned.
Look, yes, he is, because outside of practice, you can be at your house throwing wet footballs all day. You can do whatever you want to do. Remember, George Kittle got tight end university, and he get all of the tight ends in the league, not just for San Francisco, to do their thing. If you want a quarterback, think of all of the black quarterbacks. What are their weaknesses? It's normally their pocket presence. But look what Lamar did this year. He didn't lose that game. He didn't lose that game. That man dropped that pass, and he threw it where nobody could catch that.
Yeah. But finally, it takes that. And that's what I'm going to be honest with you. I'm putting my money on Jaden Daniels this year, bro. As quarterback. He might get MVP, bro.
He's so ice cold, bro. He could throw it all over the field.
Man.
I hadn't seen no weaknesses in him.
And
when they lost to, what was it? When they lost to Buffalo?
They lost. You talking about the playoffs?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Buffalo. It wasn't Buffalo. They lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Eagles.
Everybody lost to the fucking Eagles except us. I wish they had been on our menu,
bro. You know what I'm talking about?
That night,
and that's why y'all lost to them.
We didn't. We didn't get to play them.
The politics in this game, man.
Bro, we would have killed the Eagles.
Y'all lost to Washington. Y'all lost to Washington.
Yeah, we lost to Washington. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's the politics. Because if y'all would have got to play the Eagles, y'all would have beat them, whether y'all was healthy or not.
Horrible. Our percentage of losing is 99.9% against a mobile quarterback. We were depleted. Our defense wasn't there. We didn't have but one pass rusher, really, which was Darius Smith, which I hope we do. We cut him, but he's still surfacing around Detroit, and I hope we bring him back so we can see him and Aiden together.
But see, that's the best part about the team that you got, and it shows a little bit of how they won that game. Like, y'all were hurt.
Yeah, we were hurt.
Jaden Daniels could look, and being the quarterback that he is and not taken away from him, he got to look and take what the defense gives him.
Right.
He got to play the basketball game in the football game.
Bro.
I ain't going to rush it, and that's what I give him the most props for. He will not rush. Even when he was running earlier, when he got that concussion and all of that stuff, and he came back and had to get himself back in there, Jaden Daniels.
Oh, Jaden, yeah, boy, it's a beast.
After he took that concussion and stopped all of that running like how he was doing and really got to run, step out of the pocket, look and see what was going on, his game got better. His game got better. Bro. And if it wasn't playing against a depleted Detroit team, if he was playing y'all full strength, it would have been a harder game, a much harder game. I don't know who would have won because we don't know.
I know.
He's an elite. Look, we got to take the biases out. He's an elite quarterback, and y'all are an elite team.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not taking nothing away from Detroit because 100%. Man, I was scared of them all year from last year.
Good. And we're going to put the fear into I don't know this year, bro. I really don't. Everybody we don't paid failed us. Everybody. St. Brown started dropping balls after he got his money. Aleem McNeil got hurt after he got his money. Jared Goff, whatever.
Bro, you sound like us, man. After we
Bruh,
gave Bosa his money, he ain't never came back to shape.
that's
Gave Ayuk his money, he ended up hurt. Got doggone. We extended Christian McCaffrey. He was hurt all year.
yeah.
Trent Williams got an extension. He was hurt. It's crazy the
That's
injuries
a
that we got
curse.
this year, man.
It's a
It is
curse,
crazy.
bro.
We
And
can't
we
even
gotta
talk
pay
highly.
motherfuckers. Think about
Right.
this. You know who Brian Branch is? Our safety.
No, who's that?
Our safety, Brian Branch, number 32.
Right.
He got to get paid this year. Jameson Williams, he got to get paid this year. Aiden Hutchinson, he got to get paid this year. Kirby Joseph, Kirby Joseph was the number one safety of the league. He had the most interceptions.
But see, y'all winning because
But we
everything
got to
else.
pay him.
But y'all winning because everything else y'all got is rookie and on the rookie contract. Y'all got the money.
Bro, we don't got the money. We just gave St. Brown. We just gave Lee McNeil. We just gave Jared Goff. We just gave David Montgomery money.
That's true.
Bro, we don't got it. Well, we got it, but
Y'all
we don't
got it, but it all depends on what they would want to do. It depending on if they want to
Right.
stay or not. I give you some on that.
Bro.
I give you some on that.
We
give
got-
you some on that, bro.
I tell you this much. Okay, Brian Branch, dominant safety. Very, 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 he is everything, bro. Like in the nickel, he can come down to the linebacker. He can do it all. He can play corner. He can play safety. He is a monster. Look him up. Brian Branch. People know about him.
So he's about to be a free agent?
No. Not yet. He got one more year.
Y'all got him. That's all you need.
But this is the year that at the end, we got to pay him. Kirby Joseph got to get paid this year. Kirby Joseph is the number one safety in the league.
Do you
had the
not,
most interceptions?
So if anybody on that team, do you not think they're going to give him that money first?
No, I think they're going to use him as trade bait in the draft.
That would be crazy.
To go up, to get something younger.
That would be crazy.
Save money. I don't like that, though. That's why I say you can't get invested into these players. You gotta love your team.
and that's the crazy part about San Francisco, because Kyle get invested in them and they'll give them the money even when they don't even deserve it. And like how a lot of teams, I'm going to trade you while you worth something so I can get something. Kyle just got doggone keep playing these guys and keep paying them stuff that they ain't even worth. And he don't even utilize them like that.
Brother, I don't buy football jerseys. You can't.
You don't know where they're going to be at, man.
You can't. In today's time, it is definitely a business.
If you're going to buy a jersey, if you're going to buy one, buy it for the old school players.
There you go. I'll go get a Dan Campbell jersey. You heard me?
You know what I mean? Get you a Megatron.
Bro,
get you a Megatron, man. I'll give me a Jerry Rice.
Dan Campbell was on the 0-16 Detroit Lions as a tight end.
Out there.
I get his jersey. I get this young man jersey over here beside me. I get that man jersey up there. You know what I'm saying? I'd get anybody that finished off a Lion, I'd get their jersey. But anybody that's playing for the Lions, I couldn't. I can't get a Stafford jersey anymore. I would never get a Jared Goff jersey. I just wouldn't. Jameer, like I said, they did DeAndre Swift dirty. The way they did him,
that's
and Boyd got the, we get David Montgomery, bro. They did DeAndre. He couldn't stay healthy, but when he was in there, he was electrifying. He was doing things that was crazy, and now he's showing out with the Bears. He's doing this thing with the Bears.
Outside of sweetness,
all right,
who is better than Barry? Let's be real, because a lot of people say
wise.
No, I'm no. We ain't talking stats. I'm just talking about if you take the stats off and let him run, because he never had a line. Okay. So that's why I say take the stats off. He never had a line and did everything without it. That's why I said take sweetness out, because he had a line, but sweetness was nice. And it was proven if he didn't have one, or if he did, we didn't know that. But sweetness, the way he ran, he didn't go down. And the only person outside of him that did or ran the ball like that was Barry. That's why I say outside of Barry Sanders, and Sweetness. Who do you see
Before or
in that?
after?
I want to say
Or
after.
Sweetness or after Sweetness?
That's why I said I'm putting Sweetness to the side. So he's not even in this with all due
So,
respect.
so before Barry Sanders or after Barry Sanders?
I'm going to say after Barry Sanders.
Okay,
After
after
what
Barry.
Barry Sanders did, what running back did what he did. And you can say they if you want to bring Sweetness into it, but just really talking like Barry Sanders, ain't no running back ran or did what he did with nothing, bro.
With nothing. Okay, with nothing.
With nothing, bro.
Adrian Peterson.
He had a little something, bro.
Not really. They ain't had no wall. Not in this time. Not when he was with the Vikings. They really didn't have nothing. He was doing this thing. I go up to this day and time and say Derrick Henry. I mean, I know he'll power back, but he's doing it without a line. He's definitely doing it without a line.
If it was any that I would say, it wouldn't be Henry or the other guy that you said. You know who I say?
Who that?
Saquon.
Bruh, no. What? Did you see him before he got to the Eagles?
Yep.
Okay. Just remember, hashtag never forget. That's why they got rid of him. He couldn't stay healthy, bro. He was getting hit beat the fuck up without a line.
They didn't get rid of him. He
finally got a line.
Look, they thought they were doing things, but here's the thing with the line. Remember what Christian McCaffrey did in Carolina?
Yeah, he was a monster.
No, he wasn't. Did nothing. What?
That's why he made his thing.
Headphones.
White boy with speed, brother.
That's right. But what did he do outside of that? What did he do with it?
Didn't they go to the Super Bowl?
But no, they didn't. Not
with
Cam. No. Yes, because he played with Cam.
Okay, then all right.
But it wasn't off of him. It was off of Cam's arm.
I mean, could Cam come back?
If Cam had him,
that's another question.
If Cam had him, yes, they could. But here's the thing.
Bro.
Here's the thing. Look at what Christian did in San Francisco. Same thing as Saquon did when he got to the Eagles. It's not always about you not having a line or having a line. It's about a scheme. Remember,
you said without a line. You said running back that didn't have what everybody else did, like Barry Sanders.
Right.
So he had a line. And Saquon had a line. Marshall Faulk.
Now look.
Marshall Faulk.
Before we go.
Marshall Faulk, bro.
That's the truth.
Marshall
and I ain't mad at that.
Jonathan Taylor. These are people without lines that ran and run and put up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, right? Well, when he was with the Titans, he was Derrick Henry. They had no line.
They had a line in Baltimore though.
I mean, you can't help that. But I'm talking about he was Derrick Henry with the Titans. He didn't get injured and get,
If you talk about Derrick Henry, the first thing you got to understand is that's that grown man out there, man. Grown man business. That's what they call it, right? Grown man business. It don't matter if you got a line or not. And we had earlier this year the show where we was talking about with him being in Baltimore, is that better than Saquon? And I said Saquon because Saquon's not just a running back. He can catch.
Yeah.
That's what made him so different. Remember, you ain't seen Barry catch. You saw Barry run. That's the only reason I put Saquon up there, because it doesn't matter about just straight running. He will catch. He is what McCaffrey hoped and wished to be.
Bro, you can't do that.
How not? Tell me. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Wait, what?
I'm listening. Correct me, bro.
What am I witnessing?
Correct me, bro. Correct me, bro. Correct me, bro.
Okay. This brother, now his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
His highlight is Saquon.
Okay.
His highlight is a backwards hurdle
and
being
sitting
with a stacked team.
And sitting out to where he could have broke records.
Yeah, with a stacked team. with a Super
And
Bowl caliber team. What did he do with the Giants?
what did McCaffrey do with the Niners? That was a
He did
stacked team. No, no,
great.
no. They were a stacked team. Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, Jawan Jennings. You're telling me the same thing. You're
Yeah,
telling
but
me the same thing
you said he's what he wants to be. He
because
didn't want to be that. He was the first.
how
Saquon came after.
he did, but he was better.
No, bro, he couldn't stay healthy.
Who?
Saquon. He had one
Saquon.
good rookie year. After that,
Now
he was
look.
having a leg issue.
When Saquon went
Alive.
to when McCaffrey went to the Super Bowl, he stayed healthy, right?
Yeah.
They lost. When
Yeah.
Saquon went to the Super Bowl and stayed healthy, what happened?
They won against a shitty ass Chiefs team.
I don't care about.
They were
wait,
bro.
wait a minute. Didn't we lose to that shitty Chiefs team?
We
See
did.
how you look. See how you glazed over that?
We
It's
did.
the same team. Look, it's the same team.
No,
McCaffrey.
wait, no.
Look,
The year
McCaffrey
before?
lost. Wait. McCaffrey lost to him, and what you got to understand,
That was the year before.
they didn't even have their defensive rusher Charles Omenihu was hurt that game.
Bro, they had Pacheco. He was acting an ass.
Did you hear me?
Pacheco was getting his name right.
Who is the number one run stopper on that team? It was Charles Omenihu that year, and they got them from us.
Okay. But Pacheco, bro, he was doing his thing. He had a shitty year this year. Then they went and brought back Kareem Hunt, who, when he first came, he really was busting ass. 100.
All I'm asking
Like,
is when these two running backs, we can leave everything they had outside of
which
these
two
teams.
we talking about again?
We talking about
McCaffrey or
McCaffrey, and we
Saquon?
talking about Saquon. Because remember
Right.
McCaffrey in Carolina, and remember
I'm going
Saquon in New
white
York.
lightning, bro.
Look, remember Saquon in New York.
Trash.
Trash.
You couldn't
McCaffrey.
stay healthy.
Now you can't call him trash because he can't stay healthy.
I mean, fair. But when you go to a team
That got
that's
it.
already ready for a Super Bowl, that don't been to the Super Bowl multiple years in the
So
last
did San
decade.
Francisco. San Francisco did too.
Yeah,
You gotta remember.
but y'all were playing against a way better Patrick.
We
Now you're
had
playing
a-
against
we-
this Mahomes. This
we
Mahomes
had
right
the-
here.
No,
Now
no,
you-
bro. No, bro.
You know what I
Listen
mean?
to me. Listen to me. We had the better team when we went to that Super Bowl. The last year that we lost, we weren't even supposed to go to that. What's the name?
We were supposed to beat
Look. Here's what you missed.
We had the better team.
Here's
Now,
what
let me
you
stop.
missed.
Go ahead.
Here's what you missed.
Mhm.
How many times did Saquon fumble in the Super Bowl this year?
I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Well, McCaffrey in the Super Bowl that we played, he fumbled.
He didn't have nobody.
Nah.
Who was
Nah.
your quarterback? Jimmy?
When you're no. Hold up. This is in the open field. This wasn't behind or running through the tackles when you got it. This is in the open field
Was it wet outside?
when you fumbled. No, this was in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't watch it. When y'all fucked us that year, when y'all ain't fucked us, y'all whooped
Yeah.
our ass.
And
That shit, I was just like, I'm
I
out.
can't be mad at you. Look, I'm not mad at you at all. But remember, he fumbled in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Saquon did not fumble in the Super Bowl. So when we're talking about their elite status and taking away the years where they didn't do it, a la New York, a la Carolina, and we talking about when they got on better teams.
What was the Super Bowl score, man, this year?
Super Bowl score this year, I
know Cooper DeJean ran back a pick six. So that's defense. I want to know
Mhm.
what Saquon did in the Super Bowl. What was his stats?
Saquon didn't do nothing this year in the Super Bowl.
Oh, but this is the year he did the backwards hurdle and he supposed to be that man.
That's because he got them there. So you
How?
just said, wait, you just said it. The backwards hurdle, they would have lost that game without it.
Brother, the tush push got them there.
No, because the tush push wasn't every
Which
play.
was a lot. Damn near. Every
Wait a
fourth
minute.
down,
Wait a minute.
any goal line. That's just cheating, bro. That's just cheating.
How? All you got to do is prepare your team to get ready for it.
Nah, who stopped it? Who stopped the tush push all season? Tell me one time that shit was used and it was stopped.
San Francisco 49ers blew them out 35 points.
But did they do the tush push?
Yes, they tried. But here's the thing. They couldn't do the tush push because they were playing from behind. They do the tush push when they're winning, because on fourth down, we can keep the lead and we're in a position on the field where we can keep the ball where it won't hurt us if we don't make it. But if we do not make it, y'all still here at the 45 on your own yard.
Okay,
on
so
your own
what year
territory.
was this that y'all beat them 35 plus points?
This was last year when we played them.
Like the season that just passed.
Yeah, we beat the brakes off of them. And then the year before that, we beat them and we beat the brakes off of Dallas like that too.
Okay, but wait. Now we get into the good stuff. I'm sorry, I don't want to overdo you.
Man, you good, man. I love it.
Now we get into the good stuff. Okay,
Let's
so
go, bro.
what was the highlights of that game that y'all beat them 35 plus points?
The game that was the highlight of it.
Who was there? Who wasn't there? Who was injured? Who, whatever.
The highlights of it. Brandon Ayuk showed off.
And how did he get the ball?
Passing.
From who?
Brock Purdy.
And you won't give him what again?
40-1, because if you look at those touchdowns that he got, and I love the face that you got. I love the face. Look, I love the face that you got. And I'm going off of it.
Go for it.
If you look at all of those touchdowns that Brandon Ayuk caught, none of them was straight here in the pocket. It was diving, going extra.
Isn't that awesome? That you know you could
look,
trust.
Look. It's not awesome from your quarterback. That's awesome from your wide receiver.
It kind of is when you're throwing it where only your wide receiver can get it.
Nah, not when you look at this year when he tried to do the same thing and those things led to interceptions.
Hey, that was this year. All I'm talking about is
you're 100% right, but guess what? But guess what? If you throwing and thinking this and it's not true, like you said, 60%, I can't see over the line.
Yeah, he said that.
You cannot leave it to your wide receivers if you cannot throw it where they're supposed to be at. Now, them being so good, they're going to try to get it. They're going to put their bodies on the line. But guess what? Your job as a quarterback is not to sacrifice your wide receivers for one play.
I mean, your job is to make sure, as the quarterback, to not throw it to the other team.
That's right.
And to have ball security and to move the ball down the field. Get your team in a position where either you can get 3 or 7 or 6, whatever. All right, so he did that. Put 35 plus up on the Eagles. The Super Bowl champions. That was this season, right? That just passed. That just happened.
No, when they put the 35, that was last season.
Oh, that's the season when y'all fucking put 40-something up on us. Oh, okay.
And they did that. They did that versus them because remember that was the game that if Brock Purdy wouldn't have got hurt in that national championship game that they played, well, the NFC conference championship game, that they would have went to the Super Bowl and they would have won. Where Eagles went and they lost. But the thing was, remember, that was the year that Brock Purdy hurt his elbow.
Right. So y'all supposed to been there that year.
We were supposed to be there that year.
If that young man elbow was good.
No, if we just had a quarterback to throw it.
Nah, don't dance around it, Petey. No,
I'm not. Because look, listen, because what you're missing. Exactly. And what you're missing is the backup quarterback got a concussion.
Who was the backup?
Not Josh Allen, but I forgot what his name was. He wasn't really like that. Just like how Brock Purdy wasn't. He was Mr. Irrelevant at the same time.
Y'all get there?
We got there because of the weapons, not just Brock Purdy. Remember, remember, this is how you can tell. Right. What is yak?
That's yards after catch.
We led the league in that. That doesn't have shit to do with the quarterback.
It kind of does because you got
how? Wait. How does yak help the quarterback? When you throw a 10-yard pass and that
Right.
goes for 45 yards.
Right.
How is that on the quarterback? Tell me that.
Got you. He saw the open man that had the best chance to keep going.
That's
Not
the
just
truth.
being thrown to, caught, and tackled.
That's the truth. Now, guess what? When you're throwing it down the field using your arm, he
Right.
can't do it.
I mean, if you got a person like Brandon Ayuk that could
No.
dive and get it, you can.
Look.
You got to put it where they want it now.
Look, he can't throw it ahead. Every time he
So
threw
he
it
can't
down,
lead pass?
listen, I got you.
Okay.
Every
go.
time he tried to throw it downfield to Ayuk, it wasn't this. It was slow down your route, turn and cut and catch. It's up there. It's in the books. It's on YouTube.
But
This
at least
isn't
he
me
got
just-
it there. He got it in the.
You said,
You
look,
got a
look.
perimeter.
Wait. Your perimeter is what?
Hey,
Out there where it's going, not them slowing down. You see what I'm saying? If you got to
sometimes
slow
you got
down and you don't. If you throwing that pass to go all the way down, that's not the play.
watch this, brother. I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm gonna tell you this for a reason.
Let's go.
Jamison Williams is a super fast wide receiver.
Mhm.
Every time he catches the ball, he has to slow down to track it. Jared Goff is known as a slanger. He got power. He can launch it this far. He could never lead nothing to J-Mo. Everything was he had to turn around, come back and get it.
Why?
And then he would get his yak because he was super fast.
Look. No, why couldn't he throw it out there? You say because he is super fast. Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuels, George Kittle, and Jawan Jennings are not fast at all compared to what we're talking about. And you had to still stop, slow down, and come back. And you're not even elite level speed. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
But he couldn't see over the line.
Even when he did. And he was wide open. Look, on a drop back, all the way on his strong side with Trent blocking the people out that got him open. And he got the pass. And it was open and clear. And threw it with all his might. The boy still had to come back. The boy still had to come back.
Pay that man.
I pay him $40 million.
Pay that man
$40 million.
1 cent.
I won't
He deserved that penny, man.
Wouldn't give him 1 cent.
He deserved that penny.
So now you telling me we paying people off of what they've done instead of off of what they can do?
You got to see what he gonna do.
Wait, but if you're paying him, you got to pay him off of him being a franchise quarterback.
Okay, think about this.
Mm-hmm.
No elbow injury. What would that game been? What would that rest of that season been?
That game would have been him being able to deliver the ball.
100.
What now?
That's
look, that's 100% true.
That's
the only reason we couldn't win that game because our backup quarterback got hurt right after. Not even 3 plays after, 2.5. He was hurt. Then after that, remember, McCaffrey was taking snaps. It was a wrap. It was a Reynolds from that.
Whew.
It was a Reynolds. We didn't have a quarterback, period, bro. Our other backup quarterback. Look, our other backup quarterback was already hurt.
But what about Brock? If he had been there and there was no elbow, would that have been a victory?
No, I couldn't say it was going to be 100%. I'd say it'd be a better game because we would have been able to run our scheme, but I couldn't say that we would have won.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
That's all I can be.
So you give him the 40.
I give him the 40. He earned the 40. He earned the 40. But 1 penny over that, guess what that means? We're going to be looking like the Chargers. Look, we're going to be looking like the Chargers.
Yikes.
We're going to be looking like the Dolphins. We're going to be looking like every team that paid their quarterback, the Dallas Cowboys.
Joe Burrow and shit.
Every quarter. No, but see, Joe is good. Joe is a good quarterback, but he don't got nothing. Joe got nothing. Joe's got nothing, bro.
Well, he got Jamar Chase.
One person that they can double up on all game and clamp down on? Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. Look at Jaden Daniels, what he had with Scary Terry and a couple of other and a couple of other players that can just catch it
and get out there.
You got one star,
team, bro.
What are the names of the other players on his team? We don't know, but they were there. With McDaniels,
McDaniels?
with Daniels. Yeah, with Daniels. Scary
Shit.
Terry.
Yeah,
Now he
definitely.
got Debo now. But come on.
That's even dumber.
You see what I'm saying? He didn't have no big names out there. He had
He
Scary
did, bro.
Terry.
Hold up.
He had Scary Terry, and that was it as far as big names. The rest of the players was rookies and coming up, bro.
I think he got Dotson. Is that? I think
He
got
was
Dotson.
hurt. He was hurt.
Uh,
Remember all his big names were hurt.
yeah, they were.
They weren't there. They
That
were
boy
hurt,
was
bro.
Bad, bro.
Only name he had out there was Scary Terry, bro.
Yeah, that was.
And he's a quarterback. He can deliver it. That's why he did it. You know what I'm saying? Brock can't do those things. You made great points on what, because a lot of people wouldn't even have said that, and they would have been looking on the inside, trying to see on the outside. You on the outside looking in and seeing the best in Brock. And me, as that being my quarterback, I can't hate on him.
I take him.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him.
Bro, I take him.
If he's all I had, would you take him over Goff?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Fucking right, I would.
Why?
I know people are gonna think I'm crazy because Goff really have weapons. He has a line. Well, he had a line. He had wide receivers.
Y'all won with
He
him.
had running backs.
Y'all had a hurt defense. It wasn't on Goff that y'all lost.
Bro,
y'all defense was hurt.
That hurt defense is the reason why we beat the fucking Texans after throwing 5
But that wasn't
interceptions.
But that wasn't the reason
wasn't
that y'all
Goff.
lost. That wasn't the reason that y'all lost to the Washington Commanders, though.
Golf? Hell yeah. But that ain't the only reason. Both of our coaches,
y'all defense couldn't stop nothing.
Coach,
You know what I mean? Y'all defense couldn't stop nothing because Jaden Daniels.
Runner, man.
If y'all was healthy, y'all could have. Look, if y'all was healthy, y'all could have.
Bro, I seen Geno Smith look like fucking Mike Vick on us, dog.
He did the same thing to us this year, and we was up in the fourth quarter.
I'm talking running and like Geno Smith, bro.
Right. How you doing all this?
We always had problems with mobile quarterbacks.
Us too.
And Geno not even really mobile. He will stick in the pocket, but he will run. He like an RG3 kind of, you know what I'm saying? But he ran all over us. Brock ran all over us when we played y'all. He went ham.
That was
the second time.
Before.
I mean, the first time.
Yeah, this year it wouldn't have worked.
Oh,
wouldn't have worked.
Wouldn't
have worked, bro. See, look. Let me give myself a little. It wasn't no way y'all. We would have. Nah, it wasn't even going down like that. If we would have made it to the playoffs and played y'all in the first round, y'all would have drubbed us. Y'all would have drubbed us, dog.
I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is all I want to say about this last season when it comes to Detroit. We were undefeated on the road. If we had took the 5th seed, we would have had to fight our way all the way through. But because they wanted them season tickets and the money and all that, we got the number 1 seed. We could have took the 5th seed and fucked teams up with the grit, the same shit we fought against the whole time, the admiration and all that shit.
The odds against y'all is what makes y'all win.
That's what make us win.
Right.
When we went in number 1 seed and we sat out a week, everybody else got their hands and knuckles dirty.
Yep.
Man, and we already was hurt. Motherfuckers, I'm gonna be like this. Okay. You already know this as an athlete. You run, you get sore. How do you stop that soreness? You run again. And it'll go away. And eventually you won't be sore when you're doing those things. If you just fucking fought for your life in week 6, 17 against a team, and then you sit out a week, man, you coming in sore as shit.
Yep.
You're coming in with the with the
and that's what I say. Like I said, I wouldn't put this on Goff. I put this on that team that week off, and they was already hurt.
Yeah, we were hurt.
If they team was 100% legit, if you put us Niners, if we was 100%, we would have been in the NFC Championship with y'all.
That would have been.
And both teams not being hurt, I think y'all would have beat us this year.
Put them up
because y'all had this much more than us this year.
Right.
And that was hurt with both of us hurt.
Right.
So with both of us being healthy, I still seeing it being that. And what's football? A game of inches.
Amen.
Remember what y'all coach practice? Bite the elbow, take a kneecap off, whatever. We gonna do this. What's Kyle Shanahan's thing? I ain't even gonna play my best players. If my rookies are better than my veterans, I still gotta show love. No, man. That's what happened. That's what happened to Don Staley in the championship versus my UConn team. She don't want to play her freshmen. And they were the leaders on the team.
Hey man, do you need to do a break or something? Because I have to use the restroom, or we can leave and come back. It's however you want to do it. Because I'm down for this all night.
How much time do you need?
About 3 minutes.
All right, I'm finna put the 5
this
minutes.
Is alcohol break.
I'm about to put the 5 minutes on it, man. We'll be right back after 5 minutes, man.
Hey, blessings. Appreciate it. Be right back.
Bro. Man, I'm back out of here right now. Shout out to everybody that's showing love in the spot. I am in the building with a guy that gave me the dream, the inspiration to do this show. I did a couple of his intros for all of his shows. You want to say something to him, baby? Hold on. Go ahead, get your talk on, baby.
Hi.
What's your favorite team?
It's the same team, both of your teams.
So who do you like?
Both of you.
You gotta like one. What's your one? What's your favorite one?
My best favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
San Francisco?
Yeah, you.
49ers?
Yeah.
Touchdown!
I like both.
San Francisco.
I like both.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
Can I sit with you?
Yeah, you can sit with me for a little bit.
Yay!
So
Where did I sit?
who's your favorite soccer player, baby?
Messi. No, I meant Cristiano Ronaldo.
Huh?
My real favorite?
Yeah.
The 49ers and Cristiano Ronaldo.
So you like Ronaldo like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
I hear you. And somebody, they gave you a heart on there for that. Yeah, they gave you a heart on there for that.
These 0 eyes.
Huh?
What do the 0 eyes mean?
That means nobody's watching right at this moment.
No fair, my bad.
People is right
Yay!
Yeah, Lion Gang in the building. We the Lion.
Yay!
Yay!
She was letting me know. She was showing love, Huda.
Hey,
I was trying to get her to be on my side. She said, "No, I like both the teams that y'all
There
talk."
you go.
Who let the dogs out?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I saw him reaction when the dogs heard you like.
Yeah.
Around.
Yes.
Or when babies hear Miss Rachel, when they're crying, they say, "Hey!" When Miss Rachel said, "Hi," they go, they smile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can I get these back so I can finish the show? Can I get these back so I can finish the show?
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, get your thing on, get your groove on. You want to say bye, Uncle Huda?
Yes. Bye, Uncle Huda.
Bye, baby.
I'll see
Bye.
you soon.
See you soon.
Definitely. Yes, I got to come see you. Sure. Heck yeah. Man,
Hell
she don't
yeah,
grew
man.
up so big, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Sports
She-
is her, bro. She coach.
Man.
Look, she coach. She plays.
Oh, I can tell. I can tell she coach. She good with the microphone, brother.
Right. Go ahead. She
She's
hear me telling the guys to run, and she see when they not really running. So
Man,
now
pick it
when
up.
she's playing that, Daddy, you're not running. Run. That was her
That's
thing.
right.
She was 2. Run. They were
That's
like, who is
right.
she talking to? You hear? her? You better do it. You better do it.
Word.
She see
Word.
what you doing out here, coming in last
Hey.
just because you lazy. That's why you on the bench.
Brothers, she's going to be the future, bro.
Yeah, man. I
He's
try
going to
to
take over.
I try not to overwhelm her in anything, whether it's music, basketball, soccer, whatever. I just try to let her do her thing, and however she asks me to do it, then I'm gonna bring it to her like that. Or if I'm going to do it, she just gonna so she don't stay at the house. I'm coming.
Brother, it's
Shoes on the wrong feet and all.
It's something in the Wheaties. And by the time she is up there to the 350 something pound four runners, this is man. And she's gonna be a superhero. She might be Wonder Woman for real, for real.
Yeah, bro. She's
I'm
6
telling
years.
you.
She's 6. She's 4'2" already, and
Word.
80 pounds. 6 years old, man.
Oh yeah.
She
might
got
be
the height, man. She got the
WNBA,
height.
brother.
Yeah, bro. And you know, with us, we know what to do with that.
Yes, sir.
She
What?
even, bro. You know how 2-3 defense is. 2 at
Yes.
the top,
3 at the
3.
bottom.
She was starting at the bottom.
Yeah.
But how the coach saw how she goes for the ball. She dives and she's Rodman, bro.
Oh, I'm about to say,
But as a girl, because I got her
yeah,
the little sleeves, like the
right.
Angel Reese sleeves and the long
Okay.
sleeve pants under hers, the tight.
Yeah.
She feel that she don't feel when she dive on the court.
I bet, but that's
So,
better though, bro. That damn court burn your damn. See, you get off that mug with skin missing, dog.
bro, they moved her from the back all the way to the top,
Kevin Durant.
and they couldn't move it. Her team was champions this year.
I bet.
Her teams was champions, bro.
Bro, you've been coaching basketball for a very long time. You love basketball. I couldn't see her not being good at it. What a
Right.
great coach like you. You've been working with the youth so long, man. Salute to you for that. For people that don't know, this brother here is really a pillar of his community. He's always had a great heart, and he would give his last if it's worth it. Like, and sometimes it might not be worth it. He just do it because it is what it is. That's how his heart is built. He's a Gemini. He's my favorite producer. Anything he ever been a part of, bro. I'm loving how you got your podcast set up. Taking little breaks and the boop 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 counts. And I'm sorry I came back after 5 minutes.
Man, we ain't worried about that,
I
man. We
apologize.
good, bro.
You know
You
what I
a
mean?
guest. You a guest on the show, and like I said earlier, an hour ago, bro. When I was on your show, you made me the most comfortable. You really showed me the ropes by having me on your show, and this talk thing, like how we're doing right now. Like you said, we can talk all night with it. That's the best part
Yes,
about
we
it.
can. Yes,
And
we
we're
can.
not talking about things that aren't real. It's the facts, the data, and statistics that these people need to know. But we're going to put our spin on it because these are our teams that we're talking about. So they
Amen to
can be
that.
mad. They can be mad. And if, again, everybody that's watching, if y'all feel anything that we're saying, I'll send you the link.
Put
You
it
can
in the
mic up.
comment.
Yeah, you can mic up. You can
Yeah,
get on in
bring it.
here.
Yeah,
And
I'm with it.
I'm telling you, my partner,
I'm with it.
it's a lot of Detroit fans now.
I hate that.
But when I start rocking with my bruh
I hate that, bro.
right down the street from where I am right here in the country, and
Yeah.
we found out right before he was about to move,
Now you
that's
were
what
there.
hurt me the most. He came and picked me up. I didn't have nowhere to go. I didn't know Camden like that. At the time, I knew downtown Camden. I didn't know the country down here. My man had it. Picked me up, came down there.
Shouts out to Camden and
For
Cassie,
real.
Elgin, Lugoff, Pontiac, MacB. These are places, you know what I'm saying? People don't highlight. Like, it's all kind of talent through the country.
Joyce Edwards came
Oh.
from out of here in
Talk
Camden,
about it.
South Carolina, man.
Somebody else too. I can't. Is it Lou Bias? No, it's not. It's. I know Von Holiday came from out
Yes,
there.
he sure did. Yes, he sure
Yeah.
did. Larry Doby.
Yeah. And it's somebody else that got a actual sign out there.
That it's probably the Larry Doby. Remember, he was
probably is
the
Larry
one
Doby.
in
Right.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Okay.
And
But
like you said, Bonnie Holiday.
Yeah, Vonnie Holiday. Salute to him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I know
yeah.
people went to school with him. I was older than him, but yeah, I know people went to school with him. Man. I
The
don't
man
go to
came out and did his thing, and still to this day giving back to the community, man. Shout
pillar.
out to those guys, man.
You
Shout out
gotta do
to
that.
shout out to my boy Sterling Council too, man. Coaching now at the Camden High School varsity basketball boys, man. And,
Okay. What
bro, I
they
put
looking
in-
like?
bro, they did pretty good this year, and I put in my application for varsity girls at Irmo.
Ooh, that's a long drive though. But I mean, you can do it.
I ain't worried about the drive, man.
That's a long ass drive.
What my path I've been walking on? Something said,
Jesus.
yo, apply for the job, and I was like, man, I don't have the credentials to do this.
Yes, you do.
But that something that said do it.
Yes, you do.
I know what that something is. That's God,
Yeah, amen.
and that's those
Amen.
credentials. He don't call the qualified. He qualified the people that just take that answer and follow that lead. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
when I saw it, because I was just like, you know what? I'm good with my job. I've been there 8 years now.
Yeah,
I was like,
shuts
this
out.
ain't it. This ain't it. But I was looking for it, and I was just like, yo, one day I was just chilling. I was like, let me see what's going on out here. Looking at jobs. I was like, yo, this is a good job. And something said, he said, shall I say,
Yes, sir.
look at this basketball thing. Look up coaching. And not just coaching on men's, because you ain't gonna get no job on that. Look up
Right.
women's. I looked up women's coaching. There's like
They need
4
them,
or 5 teams in the state.
bro. They need them.
Right. And I'm like, the way that I coach and the things that I do is outside of basketball is character building, is education. I don't want you to be no dummy on my team. And one thing that I wanted to when I get this position, I want to tell these players,
Say it
if you,
again. Say that one more time.
when I get this position,
One more time.
when I get this position,
Amen. Go for it now.
the thing that I want to tell them is, if you got a teammate that's going to college from here to be a doctor, don't play on this team. Don't even try out,
Right.
because you might look good enough today, and that one player, she's not going to school for that. She wants to play basketball with everything she knows.
Ball is life.
Give it to her.
Amen.
I don't want to take away from you, and I'm not saying you, that person that's going to be the doctor, can't play on this team, but if you know this is all she has,
Let her have it.
I want that rather than this, because that's their future. Your
That's
future is
gonna make
already going to
5
be solidified.
solids.
You know
That's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
give you 5 solids, bro. That's all you need. You don't need an elite. Get you 5 solids, you can win
That's it.
anything, bro.
That's it.
You can win anything. Well,
That's
10
it.
or
Nah,
9.
if you got your 5 solids, right?
Next man
You
up or next woman
nah,
up.
nah. If you got 3 on the bench,
Right.
you good, because you can
You
sub
good.
them in any time.
Amen.
For any of those other players, as long as you playing your defense right. And me, I'm 1-3-1 all day, because
Ooh,
that covers everything on the court, man, bro.
what?
Like we was talking about backstage, how the 2-3 runs, but that 1-3-1,
I went
bro,
through one and
we didn't even have to set up offense this year, because all of our points came off of steals and transition, layups. So in practice, if you miss a layup, that's 3 push-ups. That's like, why y'all making them do push-ups? First of all, because
pushing the
there's
5.
there's no reason that you can't make a layup. I don't care if you're covered or not. That's a
Well,
layup. That's the easiest shot.
Well, that's why I am not a basketball player. Bro, I can fucking rally the fuck from Moondocks. I can dribble, kick it under my shirt, elbow pass, all the extra shit. Oh, he open for the layup. Bang.
But
It's a 50-50 chance on my behalf.
but look, with your mind and knowing that, and you know that, and you got
Yeah, I
another
know
player. Look, and you know you got another player. What you gonna
elbow
do?
pass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Good.
tell them. If you
Yeah.
know you can't do it,
Yeah, I'm passing.
give it up to somebody that can.
Yeah. I get it up the court now. You can put 10
Right.
people on me. I'm gonna split the defense.
And
But
right
once
when
I
they're
get there,
doing that,
I'm not putting it in the air. I'm gonna
yeah, I don't
hey
need that.
somebody to that
Yeah.
point. Get
Give
the
it to me.
score. Yeah. 100.
All right, let's we'll move up a little bit since we're
Okay.
on here, and I don't want to go too far into any other sports like that.
Okay.
But we're gonna talk about some GOAT talk. I got you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hold on, my camera's right here.
Yes,
Boom.
sir. Hey, cheers. And you see the
Cheers,
name
bro.
on there. You already know it's all the way official who the Detroit Lions.
Just in case y'all didn't know, the man is, like I told y'all earlier, the man is really official like that, and I've never met
brother.
nobody else like that. And this was not this year, not last year. This has been 10 plus years and counting that I
Brother,
know my boy been
I
on
am
Detroit
saving
like that.
this shot glass. I have 2 of them actually. This shot glass I would never drink out of until our Super Bowl victory. I've had this glass for 5 years, bro.
You
2
gonna
of
get that. You gonna get that. It's
2
gonna
years.
come for you.
This one here has never had liquid in it ever.
It's gonna come for you, man.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
can't-
gonna come.
I can't wait till the next
Get rid
time
of
that I'm
Jared
up
Goff.
there. I can't wait till the next time that I'm up there and I get on your show, and then we get on mine after that, and we do our thing like how we do up there, man. I
Yes,
love the
sir.
love that you give me up there, man. The show is always lit. We always have a great time. Man, this guy right here, y'all don't know, man. This man is on some great topics. And I got to give flowers while a man is here instead of waiting till he's not here. And then, yo, man, y'all should have learned and y'all should have listened. No.
And
This
that
guy, like
happens.
I said, man, this guy here, he's the
That happens.
reason that y'all see and y'all are watching Hater Debate, because he showed me if you give them what they want, they're going to be there.
Blessings. I appreciate that, bro. I've never had nobody say that. Ever.
That's because you always was that man. You was always that frontline guy, bro.
The amount of love that I love from this show right now, bro, is really eye opener. Of I don't feel I impacted that much, but nobody goes as far as ever giving credit to war stories of anything, man.
And you know who was down here in the studio last weekend?
Who that?
Pudgy. Do you know?
Hey, he's a ill rapper, bro. I told you if he can behave, that nigga's the best, dog. He can
bro.
really
Do you
crowd.
you know how it really happened? He's my
He's that
daughter's.
dude, bro.
That's his family.
Ah.
So when he found out, I was over there one day picking my
you
daughter
did
up,
tell me. That's fact.
and he was
Yeah,
like,
right.
"Yo, y'all know Petey? Nigga, that's my boy."
Hey,
I
you
was
sound
like,
like
y'all know
you sound
Pudgy?
like
So when we start recording with my baby mom's brother, you know Pudgy gonna lay his verse down and then look.
Yeah, that's it. He gonna lay it to the sleeps.
Pudgy,
Sure.
you ain't finished. We gotta lay my shit down. What the fuck y'all talking about, man?
Yeah.
You right. If Pudgy get on his shit,
Bruh.
and Pudgy, I know you watching because you watch all my shows, and you seeing this, me with the yellow fella, known as Huda Campbell out this bitch right now.
Huda Campbell right now.
I can't wait till you see this
homie.
and you see what it is. I can't
that
wait.
Brother is talented, bro. He is one of the best lyrical artists, and he always had something for the beats.
He really does. He really
Like,
does, man.
he
He can fit
always-
any track. He
any
rides
track.
the track nice.
He rides his bruh. My favorite song from him, and if you watch him, bruh, you already know what it is. I said a blunt to the head, keep my eyes maroon. All these niggas and bitch gonna die in this room. Oh fuck! When I catch them niggas, I'm gonna put the bullets in them. When I catch, hey yo, man, when I say bro used to really ride the beat,
bro,
I learned cadence from that man. Yo, I'm gonna be honest,
bro. That's
and I've been rapping forever.
Bro, that's the main thing that I rock with on him. And you know what I told
ride
him?
a beat, bro.
You know what I told him when he was doing it? I say, bro, you cursed every end of every sentence.
Oh, yeah.
You as well as you put that verse together, you can't do that. Hold up, Petey. I'm about to do this. I'm about to show you. And he did. He showed and told me.
Without
yeah.
cursing?
Right. Yeah. Without it.
Yeah. Hey, get that man a round of applause, man. Hey, give him a round of applause. Hell yeah.
He did it. Because I challenged him to it. And he did
challenging. That's one you challenge. I promise you. He's definitely for the fucking task, dog. Like, that's one of my favorite artists I've worked with. I can be honest about that. And I worked with him young. So like I know you like probably like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You keep saying if he behaved. I caught him when he was goddamn Pudgy 2 Pistols, bro.
Shit, you already know I know that.
2 Pistols. Yeah.
This was Trailer Park Yellow by the Magic Market, man.
Yeah. No, not Pudgy. Pudgy was Cassett.
Oh,
when
okay,
I first
okay.
When I
Down
first
here,
went out
when
that
you
way.
first,
Yeah.
After you left there, okay.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite artist to work with in the hood back then, Mike was one for sure. That's one of my favorite rappers of all times.
What couldn't he do, bro?
Bro, I don't know.
What couldn't he do, bro?
Odom was another one.
animated like I don't know what, man. You know that man is. You know he's bigger than both of us right now.
Yeah, I believe it.
That man Odom stomach stick out. Like,
no, I thought you were talking bigger in life. I didn't know you had like
no. He weighs me and you together. Don't weigh what Odom wearing
I don't know,
right
bro.
now.
I'm sitting behind the camera, but I got a little situation going. Well, you see me. Yeah, I'm probably about the same size you saw me last time, maybe a little more.
Look at me. Look at me. Odom, he could fit about 30. He could fit about 36 hamburgers in that locker, man.
Stop.
He got the gut. He got a gut. We think exactly like you said. Stop it. No, it's hard to believe. The man got a gut, a beer belly, and he been pushing up and lifting weights, so his arms are bigger.
Big. Oh my God! So he like a goddamn Mark Henry a little bit or something.
Right. He's on the way. He's on the way. He like Maul, his brother Maul.
Okay.
Like Maul, man.
Yeah, I ain't seen him in a minute either.
Man, the whole squad is doing good. They thought that Road that used to be with them, they thought that he had cancer on his lungs, but it was a whole bunch of fluid. Thank him the most up there. Because when they gave me the news, they was like, man, it might be. I said, no, it ain't. I said, no, it ain't. I said, no, it ain't. Because that man don't do nothing.
You be knowing.
Man, bro.
You be knowing. We ain't supposed to be on this camera right now. We ain't going to talk about it, but you remember.
We already know what we doing, man. Man.
We ain't supposed to be on the camera right now together.
Bro,
like,
in the rain on the highway. That man say, if it is, then what is this?
Took the hand off the steering wheel, like shit. What we doing?
You know what I'm saying?
Turn around, like nigga told you.
Right. It wasn't the non-belief more than it was the belief.
Word. I became a believer that day.
He couldn't have killed us without taking up for me.
Yeah.
And my beliefs.
Yeah.
Because remember, the whole time I was saying, man, no, hell no. I don't care what you saying. It is a God out here.
I said, I take my hands off the steering wheel. Do it. He exists.
That wheel stayed straight. And we was going fast. Over 75. This was before COVID. Because remember, after COVID, now that's the new speed limit, 80 miles an hour on the highway.
This was way
before COVID. We was out there, and this is in the rain coming from Cassett, going to North Carolina. And this man is the one that put me on to the freestyle battles. And the first one that he put me on to was the Loaded Lux versus Calico battle. And I also got, bro, you know, I emailed Loaded Lux. He gave me his email. I never sent him anything because I was slacking on my shit at the time. He really did. But yeah, and I still got his info.
He linked up with Murder Mook. Now they doing stuff.
And he got his own battle league right now.
Yeah,
but my whole thing, like I was like, yo, I you know me. You always was like, man, you too humble. It's like, I don't think it's no such thing. I don't want the best. I just want
talk your shit, Petey.
Yeah, I just want, Petey, man, please, at least on the show, say this.
Say what? But talk your shit. He just
all right, I'll say it.
Do all right. Like, stop it, nigga. What? I heard Blind Fury say he had to bring you to New York while he was going through his 106 in Park era.
Man, the man was about to quit. He was ready to go home.
100. But you are a legend.
I had $565. I was $10 short. And I heard the person before me go for the what do they call it? The bailiff, or what is the person over the money in the courtroom?
The clerk.
Yeah. When they went up to the clerk, they was like, I only got this right here. And they was only $5 short. It was like, well, if you don't have all of it, you're going to jail today. I said, oh, let me go to the car. I got to get my paperwork out of there. I got on a bus and I went to New York with Fury and took my $580 up there. The other $5, nah, get out of here. You're not locking me up.
Not today.
You're not locking me up. I looked at that judge. I left that courtroom and I looked at that judge like, Yeah.
Yeah, 100.
Gotcha.
You let me go to the car?
Yeah, I'm out
Really?
of here. I'm out of here. I
With
was on the
no
bus.
escort?
Look,
Look
I
at
didn't
that.
at the time I didn't even have a car. I got out of there.
Oh,
I walked.
wow.
Remember,
That's
you know
dope.
Camden. I got out
Yeah.
of there. I called Trav. I said, yo, I'm out of court. He's like, already? I said, I'm out of court. Oh, all right. I was on
Slide
the
through.
bus within 20 minutes. I called the next thing smoking out of here, man.
Hey, you wasn't tripping.
Bruh. And it worked so good. But
So
bro,
let me
look,
ask you a question right quick.
yeah, go ahead, bro.
Um, while we're doing all this talking about $556, you sure you won't get that man a penny more?
Well, bro, it's hard because of
You're being hard on a person that really turned y'all around. Y'all haven't
no, he
seen
didn't. No, he
nobody.
didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No,
Bruh, he
I don't
did.
look, I don't cut people off, but no,
Go
he
ahead.
didn't.
Go
It
ahead.
was the
Go ahead.
weapons. It was the weapons. Remember this one thing. What did Jimmy Garoppolo do before we got Christian McCaffrey? He got the
Nothing.
check, he got the bag,
Yeah. And fucked up.
and he kept us mediocre.
Yeah.
When we got Christian McCaffrey, Jimmy Garoppolo was one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, but he was a backup
No, no,
nigga
no,
from
no,
the
no, 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 no,
Patriots.
no, 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 no.
Y'all
We're
gave him
talking
the
about, no, no,
opportunity.
no, 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 no. He was a starter for the 49ers in the time that I'm talking about.
I'm talking about
And
where
he,
he came from.
when he came
He
from there,
came
the
from the
only reason look,
Patriots.
and the only reason he was a backup
He
because
was
he
the
was
number 2.
playing behind who?
Brady, right. And then
So
they and
now
then
his
they tried to
processing,
give him
look,
a chance now.
his processing, everything was lit. Now
Right.
remember, when the year he was getting out of there, it was a play. He knew it was bad. And the commercial, he looked over to Kyle Shanahan on the sidelines and said, look, your plays fucking suck.
I remember that.
Now he goes out of there. He's not really nothing like that. But remember, when he was winning, it was all of those weapons. When he said that, he had those weapons. But Kyle drew up a stupid ass play that wasn't going to work, regardless of what happened or who was at the quarterback helm.
So is it Brock Purdy or is it just Shanahan, bro?
I say it's Shanahan, bro. Like I told you
So
before.
get a man his
But
penny.
no. Because of
No.
the simple fact that Shanahan got him in the position to where he was. This man was Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, that was his
And
name.
that wasn't because he couldn't quarterback, it's because he couldn't throw it in the rain. It's because he couldn't see his line.
But how many games is he really playing in the rain in the season?
Does that really matter if we talking about being a better quarterback?
But he won't. Okay, Pete. All right. So, okay, Pete. Roll back to, let's just say, not to use the good brother Pudgy as an example, but I'm going to use him as an example. Great artist.
Don't you ever talk about me.
Great artist, bro. Great artist.
Mm-hmm.
Great artist. I'm talking about this brother used to spend the night in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
5-6 hours.
And you know he's gonna sleep too.
Yeah, of course, he's gonna get his naps in. for sure. But he would spend the night in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
5-6 goddamn joints. I showed him how to work my beat machine. It got to the point where I couldn't keep up with his
Work ethic.
mandatory. Yeah. So he would be like, "Can I get the sheen?" That's what he used to call it. I take it home. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, let me get a
Yeah,
bill.
bro. And I let him take it. He come back with 1,000,000 beats. I'm talking 1,000,000 beats. After I showed him how to work it, I didn't show him how to do it, how Huda does it, or none of that. It was he would come back with 1,000,000 beats, ready for 1,000,000 more songs. Now engineering, I got you. You know what I mean? I'm on it. I can record you all day. Coming up with
You know where that drive for all
beats.
of those beats came from, though?
No.
He's trying to prove himself to you.
Well, he had already proved himself when I heard
Nah,
him the
nah,
first
but
time around, bro.
and that's true. But remember, with us, they look at us, they put us on a pedestal, bro. They put
I'm
us
trying
up
not to
high.
be on that. I like to
No,
walk
no,
amongst
we
the
don't want it.
people.
Look, we don't want it.
Yeah, I know you. You
But
like to walk amongst the people. I like to walk
bro,
amongst the people, bro.
they do that because of the simple fact, like you said, he knows what you can do. He did that to show you, bro, I'll do this. It don't matter what the hell it is. As
He
long as
did
you
that.
know I'm fucking with you on this music right
He
here.
did
And
that.
I ain't, come on, man. I want you to see I'll do it. You can work with 10 other people. Remember, we held the whole neighborhood down.
Yeah, we did that. Crazy
18,
vision. Talk
look,
about
bro,
it.
18 blocks. We held that down between me and you.
You and Ben, bro. Ben, don't forget Ben. Ben
Right.
had his
And
situation going up.
when Ben did his thing, when he was
And then
gone, we
Worm
held
had
it.
his shit going across the
Yeah.
way. Like
Yeah.
people, Ben was one.
Mhm.
Server Mike Irvin had his
Mhm.
shit down in the goddamn the reserve. Not wasn't reserves at the time. It was Palmetto, but you know what I'm saying. Like everything was, it was a lot going on. But
Yep.
in the midst of how I'm comparing Kyle Shanahan to my brother Pudge and Brock Purdy, I didn't say, nah, you only rap over the beats I make.
Right.
You let Brock Purdy get a couple wet paws, but you let Brock Purdy
What are you
get a
doing?
couple of balls that's wet, paws and paws. You got a different quarterback. If I had been, nah, Pudge, you only gonna rap over my beats, I would have never known really how in depth this man's mind was and his love for music.
So
No
get
different than Brock Purdy with his quarterbacking.
and look at how good you are at doing that. Because remember, other producers didn't do that. We were so good at what we did. Go ahead. You're
Yes.
not gonna find it. You're going to get better because you have to. These
Yes.
other producers don't care about you. They care about your money.
Right.
You could have came to us broke and it would have worked.
And it would have worked.
It would
That's
have
a
worked
fact.
because of the simple fact that we believed in you.
Yes. And I gave him the wet ball. Pause. Can
Right.
I get the machine? Yes. He used to get my machine for weeks. I would let him just hold that shit. He would bring it back in great fashion. Wasn't no dust on it or nothing. It was really being used. Like,
Well,
I'm
you
just being real. If Kyle Shanahan had the mentality of that, when you see somebody that can be great, like you can't say Brock Purdy hasn't took y'all.
no,
You know what I
no,
mean?
I can, and
You
only because of the people around it. And you made a great point.
you can have
When you said it.
Jared Goff. Take
No,
Jared
look,
Goff. Take
no,
Jared Goff.
no, no. Look, I'll go with you on this, and I will take him. You know why?
You can have him.
Remember who we picked up? Well, you didn't know about it because you don't rock with the Niners like that. And no disrespect to you, but you know who we picked up is the backup quarterback for him when he don't take the money.
Oh,
Who Kyle Shanahan wanted in the first place? We got Mac Jones.
I was about to say Mac Jones, but you know what's sad about that, bro?
Talk to me.
Daddy.
Did you see what the Patriots were under
What
Mac Jones?
outside of Mac Jones? Who did they have? Talk to me.
They had Ramondre came.
Yeah. Look, hold up.
He has been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Now look. Now think about it like this. Baby, wait a minute.
They had somebody though.
Wait now. Now look. If you give Mac Jones a quarterback, because remember, he can quarterback. Wet ball, all that. He can throw inside, outside the lines.
Yeah.
Talk to me. I'll let you rebuttal.
Eh.
Look at the weapons. If you throwing it to Kittle, if you throwing it to Jennings, he can throw it right to them.
Okay. All right. I give
Yak
you that.
yards.
That's
Look,
fact.
yak yards. Like I said, what
Yeah.
Brock Purdy has specialized in these years that he was great. The years he didn't do it because he was trying to go for the big, because he knew his contract was about to be up and he was trying to make his name and then his game be bigger. But what did it lead to? Interceptions in games that we could have won.
Bruh, if y'all don't keep Brock, he's going to become a number 2 for a team.
And guess what?
Y'all the only one that he was a number 2 for y'all team.
No. But guess what that means, though?
He's not a number 2 quarterback.
No. What is he?
He's a San Fran 49ers quarterback.
Outside of that, but you said and the other team, like he's a number 2, he'll be a number 2. That means he's not a starting quarterback or a franchise quarterback.
So why the hell did Kyle grab him up? Who grabbed him up?
No. It was Kerseric.
Okay.
And he's no longer the quarterback coach out there in San Francisco.
Okay.
But remember, we traded and moved up for Trey Lance, who is no longer even in the league.
A bust.
He's not a
bust. He's like Vince Young. Another bust.
Now, I'll say this.
Don't you say nothing good about Vince Young.
I'm not going to talk
unless we're talking college.
I'm not talking good about Vince Young. I'm going to talk good about my boy who I thought should have been there right with him.
Daddy.
Who I thought we should have picked up instead of Mac Jones. Famous Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I like Jameis Winston.
I love his energy. I love how he knows how to win. They gave up on him. Remember, they gave up on him years ago. Yeah, you want a W? We're gonna eat W's today, baby. Put it up. We're gonna eat W's.
Everybody feasting on them W's.
Hold on, baby. Put it up like that.
Everybody feasting them W's, y'all. Get your bite on.
Put this up too. Yeah.
Get your eat on. Yeah. Everybody getting them W's.
Like that. Look, and we gonna eat them W's. Tell her. We eating W's.
Yeah,
we eating W's. You know what I'm saying? I love his motivation. He's got what you need as a quarterback.
He does.
To not worry about the last interception, to not worry about the last game, to motivate anybody on your team. I love his game. I wish we would have got him over Mac Jones, even though Mac Jones may be, but it's not proven.
I don't think Mac.
But I rock with Jameis and the famous and what he's doing. When he gets out of the league, he's gonna have a good job as a commentator. He's gonna be the Charles Barkley of the NFL.
Yeah, facts.
Can I do the app to him?
Do the app.
I can't hear.
Well, you don't need to hear. You can just do it. She know the sound effects. She know how to run the board.
I hear it. Yeah.
All right, that's enough. Go ahead back. That's her shit, bro.
Slobbing out the mouth.
Yeah, that's her shit, bro. I don't know what it is and why they put so much reverb on that. Listen.
Yeah.
Why did they put so much reverb on that, bro?
That's a heavy reverb for sure.
For real, man. That shit is swagged on over to the next stages, but bro, next year.
Who
all right,
do you
looking
see
at
in the Super Bowl?
Not okay. I'll say that.
Oh no. Scratch my question. Go ahead. I apologize.
No. You good because I'm good off that. You got it off before I got mine off.
Oh, okay.
And that's what we going off of. Next year in the Super Bowl,
I'm gonna go low on camera because I'm about to hit this shit. I don't want to. I know it take longer for the shit to clear when there's herbal situations on the camera. So.
Oh no! Look! Go to your joint if you want to do that.
No, I'm just gonna go down below. And you
Nah,
know what I'm saying?
look. You see, on your joint, right? If you look, it's gonna give you the option to go to hold on. You don't have to remove it, but you can go to put your camera on hold. Like, hold on. See mine?
Oh, okay, I got you. I
Hey, you
got you.
see, I got my little joint. I have to do that sometimes myself. Yeah,
Can
there
you
you
see
go.
it? All right, cool.
So
I ain't
now
got
you
no
got to get you
picture up
one.
there.
Look, I'll make you a cartoon one for you too, because
Hey,
you definitely about to be a major figure on this show right
well,
here,
I
bro.
appreciate. I like this show, man.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, it's
I
all
like
lit. It's
this
all
show.
live, like how we do, and like how we talked and on your show several times, bro. But
I love
we
this shit.
talking this sports, bro. Like I said, every show I'm gonna give you an hour so you could do your homework. So even if you don't know what we talking about, you could do a little bit of
I'm
homework
definitely a
and
homework.
talk on what you know.
Oh yeah,
That's all we doing, bro. We bringing the facts.
and I'm a great listener. I want to learn also. I like that. I'm a lifetime student, man. I'm not a master of nothing.
That's why
I
we
just
great
like to
friends.
learn.
That's why we great friends. We both love to learn, but you teach me and I teach you as well. So when we on those terms, we feel like we at the top of the world because what we already know and we learning more. What
Yeah,
somebody that we really rock with like that.
yeah.
I mean, come on,
Facts.
man. We out here like this, man. I like I said, this show right here, we right now 2 hours and 12 minutes in the mother building right now, man. Y'all
Yeah,
better
we
stop
doing things.
playing. Y'all better stop playing. If y'all thought y'all was gonna get less,
Don't you ever talk about me.
you better think about something else. You know what I'm talking about? And if you thought you had better takes, you're wrong, man. I promise you, I'll show up at your house.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
And that's on you.
Mm.
That's on you. You
And
know what
y'all
I'm
better
talking?
hit that like and subscribe. Share this
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
boy.
Hey man, man, tell them
You know what I
again,
mean?
man. Hit that like and
Hit
subscribe.
that
Cause
like and subscribe.
if not,
Hey, look! Silence! I can't
Mhm.
take this shit no more.
Oh, Reggie.
and what? And look. They was like, "How did you get so many views?"
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
I mean, I don't know,
Hey,
man. I don't know, man. We out here, man. But
great
yo,
content.
y'all, the same love that y'all give me, y'all make sure y'all give to Huda on his show that he's doing, and he's not even on sports.
Yeah.
He's on his musical thing. He's on a whole nother podcast. But this man took his time out to get on here with this sports. Like I told y'all, he is a real Detroit Lion.
Amen.
He is not faking, not one bit.
Not a now, not a.
He's all the way with it. So I've been looking for my partner. I've been trying to find him. God work on his time.
He does.
I can't speed him up. So today, this show that y'all getting right here tonight, man, y'all getting the real. All of the time since I met him, he had the hair. I look like I don't, but I got it now.
Yeah, you got the glow. Yeah,
And that
damn,
man
your
got
shit
mine.
long.
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit.
Like I said,
Oh,
you can't see it from here.
I see it now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
But,
crazy.
bro, I'm out here, bro. I'm out here, man.
Oh my god, that's dope.
This
I
is
remember
where
you with the
Huda was.
braids. Yeah,
This is where Huda always was. And I
remember
always
the
had the low
braids.
haircut, man.
Yeah, oh, that
Now
too.
he's low
Yeah.
hair cutting it out here, man. We
Yeah,
switch
bro.
sides.
Hey, man.
That's how you know when real recognize real.
If
We
y'all
playing
got the
the same role.
dedication to comb that shit and sit for hours to get it done, it's a little. I don't know more. I ain't gonna lie. Too many years of it, bro. Like, oh
I
my
don't have
god.
the time, man. I just drink, man. That's it, man.
Hey, drinking is delicious.
That's it,
Yeah, I
man.
might have take another shot with you. Fuck it.
Hell yeah, man.
It
Let's get this.
is what it is.
Let's get this, man.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Oh man,
This
I
has been
appreciate
fun.
you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I got
I
to come
appreciate
talk about my Lions, bro.
man, come on, man. Every team in the league this year were scared of the Lions. So if you're getting on here right now talking about the Lions after they lost and everybody talking they trash now, that's too late. Because y'all was scared all year just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And these guys was hurt and was still doing their thing.
That's a fact.
So they can talk all of the trash they want, but being real, I'm real. That's why I told you from jump. Well, I was scared of y'all all year.
You said that.
I was scared of y'all all year.
I heard you. I heard you.
For real, bro. Even outside of the injuries, even when we both was hurt, I was scared of y'all. I was scared of y'all, bro. I was scared of y'all, man. And
I won $20 this year. The $20 I lost to the person last year, I won back this year.
won that money back.
I won it back. It came back, bro. It came back. And so we broke
that
even.
money back.
I hope y'all on the schedule.
Don't you ever talk about me.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. So I can get a goddamn. I need a measure. I still say Brock is the man for y'all. You know what I mean?
I can't say that same thing, but I can't give him.
But you don't want to give him a penny, man.
And 1 cent. Because you know why? You know why, bro?
No.
You can play out. Look, because you're still under contract.
Right. Okay.
You're not a free agent. You can play for another 900,000. Or you can get 400 million. I mean, 40 million. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, give him that 900,000.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what he do this season and then pay him. Yeah, I get that. That's what we doing to J-Mo, bro. Jameson Williams.
Otherwise,
that's what
bro,
we doing.
Look, otherwise, why not just take the 40? If you know you're better than that, you'll go ahead and ride it out and say, forget that. You'll bet on yourself.
All right.
But if you know you're not, you just want the money so you can pull a god doggone, what's his name for the Browns, that quarterback. I'm sorry what happened to him,
Mayfield?
but he stole. No, what's the quarterback? The black quarterback that was getting felt on in the massages and all of that stuff.
Fucking not James Watson.
Yeah, been hurt all this time and he got guaranteed money, and that's in the 200 millions. Come on, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. That's like Ben Simmons.
What you want to talk about Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons been in the NBA, ain't played 82 games all these years together and got hundreds of millions. That's just like Zion Williams.
Hey, he paid off his goddamn baby mama.
He ain't
paid off child support.
Year yet
he
either.
ain't tripping. 18 years worth.
And remember how they was trying to compare him with Ja? At least Ja playing. At least Ja proving.
Yeah, Ja is a nasty piece of work.
They mad at him because he doing this, but remember this in the NBA? Gun and everything for shooting is shooting. Don't do that from him. Remember, we down here in Cassett, down here in Camden. He's 20 minutes from here down there.
And they got things out there.
Yeah. And
they got things out there.
Grew up in the
really
suburbs. Look, and this is what they saying. This is what they saying. You grew up in the suburbs. What's the suburbs of Rembert? Man, you better stop playing.
Ain't no such thing.
What, for real. That's what they saying. What's the suburbs of Rembert, man?
Hey, you better go to the little store around there and get your little bottle of liquor on Sunday. No snitching.
All your people are going to do is get you to chill out.
Shouts out to Rembert. Hey, that's another place I didn't. Shouts out to Rembert.
You know what I'm saying?
Sherraw. Shouts out that way. Yeah, I mean.
Come on, man. These people know when you got the best player in your whole town and your city, right here.
Wait, Ja Morant is from Rembert?
Rembert.
Shut up. I didn't know that.
Mayrant Road. His name is
Morant.
Remember, his name is Morant. Remember, his name is Morant. But they got Mayrant Road and all of that stuff down there. Bro, I know I've been on the blocks where he was. Yeah, bro.
No wonder he got down. Okay.
He got out of there.
I didn't know that.
And like
bro.
all of the people's is like, you ain't really like that, bro. You really don't know where he came from.
I didn't know that.
You don't know where he came from, bro.
Remember, there ain't no soft place.
There's so many cats that's out here that was better than him.
Look now. Hey, man, there's so many places out there, bro.
Dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying?
100. I'm glad he made it out.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we can do is congratulate him for making it out, man.
Congratulate, man.
Toast, bro. Toast,
The
bro.
fact all he doing is
Toast, bro.
and he ain't really goddamn in
And that's
him.
legal. That's legal. Like I said, they got this, the
Jesus.
ice in my bed, all those. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come
Hey,
on, man.
have you been watching Cade Cunningham?
No, I hadn't.
You know nothing about it.
Put me up on it. Put me up on it.
All right.
Put me up on it, bro. I ain't mad at that at all. Nah, don't you sit that down. Take that shot.
Oh, 100. You're right.
Don't you sit that. Don't you sit that down. He tried to sit his drink down. Hold up. I got a different one. I got a different one. I got a different one for you on that.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Man.
I'm not known for sitting down drinks, but this time I did that because nobody really talks about Cade Cunningham. But if y'all need to know about Cade Cunningham, that's how we got to the Knicks in the playoffs. I promise you that.
Take that shot and give me some Cade Cunningham on your eyes, on your view, because if Boogie was in here right now, he'd be right on your side. He'd be right on your side, bro. He called what's his name? Cat. He called him the big bodega.
Cat. Who Cat?
Cat. Carl Anthony Towns in New York.
Oh, bro.
He called him the big bodega.
That's Kentucky gang, man. That's different.
You know what I mean?
That's different. Anything Kentucky, man.
Jalen Brunson.
Kentucky.
He talked good about Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
All day squad that they had when, man, bro.
Yeah, Cat is that dude, bro.
Go ahead and talk your talk.
But
go ahead and talk your
Cade
talk,
Cunningham is, I promise you, you're going to hear about him in the next season. Actually, if you're looking at basketball and you're watching Pistons ball, he's the best thing since Isaiah Thomas. He made it even better, man. He's
playing ball.
He's playing ball. He's getting triple doubles and all kind of shit, bro. Like he's really
bringing something they ain't had in years out there.
Brother, listen, this is a one-man show. Cade Cunningham, remember that name. CC outside. Yeah, I promise you.
Let me ask you this.
I promise you.
It was a late night trade that happened that tore the league up. And people are trying to say that it's one player that's doing something that I'll never appreciate. And I was mad since he came to my Lakers squad. But it's one player since he came to my Lakers squad, ain't been doing nothing but winning and dragging the older guy there. And I'm talking about LeBron James, who when he got there traded our future away with all of those players that were doing great. We were number one in the West before injuries. And he traded those guys for Anthony Davis that was coming free the next year. For free. Versus late night Luka.
Luka is nasty, bro.
Luka came over there and took the crown in LA as soon as he got there.
Luka is nasty, bro. That's one of them white chocolates or whatever.
I was mad he left Dallas. He was supposed to finish his career in Dallas. But you know the real schematics and everything with the league, right? Remember what LeBron said. He would love to be a part of ownership with a team in Las Vegas. In order to get a team in Las Vegas, remember what happened with Dallas? They didn't get the casino down there like that.
Nah, that shit's still up. It's up in Arkansas, actually.
Okay, but guess what? They didn't get in Dallas, right?
Right. Yeah.
So guess what they're going to do with that team now that they sold their number one seat seller? They're going to Las Vegas. LeBron is about to retire. Think about what I'm telling you, bro. Think about what I'm telling you.
He just shook up the game, bro.
They traded.
He's going to leave.
Think about this. If Luka was on the Lakers, you think they would have ever traded him? He's 25.
Right.
And took
And a
them to the
beast.
playoffs last year.
Yeah, and a beast.
He's been playing on the NBA level since he was 16.
Right. Like LeBron. LeBron been playing that shit since 12.
The difference in Luka and LeBron, Luka can play the game. LeBron has supreme athleticism. 6'9", 250, run faster, jump higher. Outside of footwork, jump shots, no.
LeBron
he can't even
the
shoot free
team,
throws.
bro.
He
LeBron can command the team.
Tell me how.
Bruh.
No, don't go to the bruh. Tell me how.
Oh, yeah, that was a good no. I like that.
Yep. Tell me how.
I'm just in shock. Okay, so what team has LeBron been with that he wasn't the assister or the setupper?
Every team he was that. But guess what? But guess what?
I'm listening. No, I don't guess what me. No, I just
you good, bro. You know how we do. Out of all of those teams, remember Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
When Chris Bosh left Toronto and came to Miami.
Right.
When he went to Miami, he was the third or fourth option, pretty much faded to black. Yeah. When he was on Toronto, he led the team.
He looked at like a Raptor. In the
Kevin,
face.
no. It don't matter what he looked like. He led the team. He was an all-star man. He was in MVP category.
Hey, he did get a little heat recognition.
No.
Chris Bosh?
Look.
You talking about when Wade was
look.
there?
Listen. A little from coming from a team leader. Now look, another team player.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade carried Shaq to a championship. When LeBron got there.
I ain't gonna say that.
Look, when LeBron got there, what
ain't
was
nobody ever carrying Shaq nowhere?
No. Shaq even said it himself. Remember when he gave him the nickname Flash? He
was lying.
Look, don't play yourself.
Shaq.
Look at his numbers.
Nice.
Look at his numbers.
Shaq
we can say that.
Nice,
look, he was, and we could be biased, but look at his numbers.
Shaq used to break the glass. That's why. Can I do that? Like he didn't know he could break the glass.
Look. That's why the Lakers trade him when he was out of shape. That's why Ben Wallace washed his ass.
Ben Wallace can't do shit.
Shaq is the most dominant center over Kareem and over Wilt Chamberlain.
Hold on.
Period.
Kareem. Abdul-Jabbar?
I'm talking about most dominant. I'm not talking about most skilled.
What about Akeem Olajuwon?
Are we talking about players that's better than Shaq? Or are we on the same point of where?
Actually, you know what? I think I went down a whole nother path.
Because you remember,
right.
remember. Now look, because I'm gonna go off of your point. Who did they lose to in the finals when the Magic went to the championship? Hakeem Olajuwon washed him.
Well, thanks for helping my part.
Yeah. Now look.
Yeah.
Who was also Kyrie Irving before LeBron came back to Cavaliers? The leader.
Kyrie.
The leader. He was the leader of the Cleveland Cavaliers before LeBron came back to Cleveland after he lost that last year in Miami. He even hit the shot that LeBron, remember, that man drove to the lane 4 times and missed all those layups.
So we talking about Kyrie?
Because Kyrie hit that 3-pointer that LeBron couldn't, that one that over Steph and those guys. Or otherwise,
who passed Kyrie the ball to hit that 3?
LeBron James.
Okay.
Fair enough. Why did he pass it to him?
Because he's a game manager, bro.
No, stop it. You missed. You missed everything that I just said. He drove to the lane 4 times and missed layups.
Okay,
layup.
Get over with.
6'9", 250. You missed it at the bucket. The reason that he passed it, remember, nobody fouled him. But if they did, what is LeBron James' free throw percentage? Okay, we're gonna get off of that. We're gonna get off of that. Now,
pretty fucking good.
What we're on is everybody that played with LeBron that was team leaders that played with him that faded to black and no longer existed.
Okay. Except Kyrie Irving. He still exists.
Except. But remember,
And
he
LeBron passed him the ball. Remember that.
But remember
For that three. I'm just saying.
But remember, before he passed him the ball, what was his numbers in comparison to LeBron?
Oh, you're gonna have to help me out with that one now.
Well, his numbers was much better on scoring. His numbers was much better on assisting and even rebounding. When you got a 6'9" guy that don't even get 6 rebounds and you are the biggest outside of your center, get the fuck out of here. When you've never, as LeBron, made a first defensive team, period, because blocks from behind don't matter, you trash.
I'm not going to do that. I'll say that.
Make it make sense.
LeBron, not only does he put teams together, this is something.
No.
Just listen. Give me this. Just give me this.
I got you. You got the grace.
He puts teams together, meaning he say, bring them in, bring this in, bring that in.
Now pause.
I'm gonna go there,
pause.
Bring them in.
Pause.
That's the front office job.
Pause on that.
He make a great team manager.
Because I got you. Pause on that. Remember when Kobe did that and he was about to get Chris Paul and the league denied it? Get the fuck out of here. Now let's talk about the people that he crashed their career because the league sucked this man's. I ain't gonna say it because my daughter's in here. They did that. No. What? He never did. Exactly, but he never did enough. That's why he always authored those guys in, because he couldn't do it on his own. He is what? 4 for 10. 4 for 10.
4 for 10 and what?
Championships.
Okay, it's people with 0. To have 4 is a
and all the people with 0 are better than him. Tracy McGrady will wash him. Just like Michael Beasley beat him every day in practice or when they was playing one-on-one. Michael Beasley.
And all of them guys you just named,
I only named 2.
They would wash him, but he could hire them to wash his championship rings up.
But they won't take that. Look, they won't take that because you know why? They came from the era where you got to earn your championship.
I mean,
not where you can buy your championship.
I dig what you're saying. He didn't buy it. He brought people in, bro. He ain't fucking me like, yo, here's my money.
Where you think the money came from?
I'm putting it into the team. You think LeBron actually took his own money? Well, he is a billionaire. He fuck with
AD, yes. With AD, yes. Because remember when AD came, they didn't have the money to pay him. AD took a pay cut, but guess where AD was? Guess where AD was?
Where?
In the mother freaking Space Jam movie, so he can get the rest of the money that he wanted. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Think about it. Now come on back at me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It seemed like you have a personal vendetta against LeBron James.
And why is that coming? Because everything that the people that love about him is being exposed through my words.
I don't even like him. I say, "Hey, cut it out."
Look. Or is it because what I'm saying is facts and it holds weight? I don't have a personal vendetta. The only personal thing that I have against LeBron is because when he came into the league, they was trying to give him the same weight that they gave with Kobe, but Kobe is better.
I'm listening. This is what
all the way 100% around.
Go.
All the way 100% around. Championships, defensively, scoring titles, and offensively. Everybody that Kobe played with wasn't on the top 75 team. Pau Gasol is going to the Hall of Fame because of who?
Go.
Who's going to the Hall of Fame because of LeBron? Name one player.
Before we
Name
do
one.
that,
No. Before we go on, name one.
LeBron is not old enough to have
He's
that.
40 now. He's 40
Yeah,
now.
he's 40.
So all of these 22 years you've been in the NBA, you ain't sent one player to the Hall of Fame?
How
Not
could
one?
you?
How could you? Because like you just said, you passed the ball.
Shaq was gone.
Who was these other players that he played with?
Dwayne Wade
You can lift them up.
was gone.
You can lift up other players. You still
How?
naming players that were
How?
look, you're naming players that were still good on their own. You named Shaq and you named Dwayne Wade. Those
But
guys
I
were champions before LeBron even got there.
but I passed the ball to a lot of people that got me a ring.
Now you pass the ball, understanding this. Passing the ball is passing it when they're open. When you drive to the lane and throw it out because you can't score, that's a bailout. That's how Ray Allen saved him.
Yeah.
That's how Kyrie Irving saved him. And
Yeah.
even when he was in the Lakers, that's how Danny Green saved him.
Fair. Now, with that being said,
Mhm.
it's the big three. The big three would be the argument of Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron. Nobody brings nobody else other names up about who is the greatest, and it is 3 generations that have 3 arguments. And some of the LeBron generation have an argument for Kobe or Jordan. They be like, they're better. And there's people from the Jordan era that will say, you know what, I gotta give it to LeBron.
Nobody from Jordan era say that.
I promise you.
Who?
Now you got to make me do my homework.
Nah,
I will. I'll bring it back to by next episode. I'm gonna have you a few,
and I'll let you know right now.
I'm gonna have you a few.
I'll let you know right now. Scottie Pippen.
Listen,
I'm letting you know right now. It's Scottie Pippen. That's the only person.
Hey, Scotty, man, and Scotty word don't matter.
The only reason that his word matters is because he's mad at Jordan because of the Last Dance movie or their thing that they had, and they slighted him on
let's
that.
Bring Scotty up, bro.
Exactly.
Let's not do Scotty.
That man, look. You can even look at the genes.
No
the genetics
Scotty, no
bro,
Scotty,
look,
no
that's
Magic.
True. Look,
no Jordan, bro.
Look, and that's true. And guess
100.
what? Guess what? Scotty's son is even better than LeBron's son. Stop playing.
I ain't mad at that.
But this is what I'm saying through that.
What I'm saying is,
that's the only person that said. That's the only person that said that Jordan couldn't have won because of him, but LeBron did his thing. But Scotty
is one that got every
what Scotty also said.
But
what also Scotty said was Kobe Bryant.
Every ring Jordan got, Scotty got.
No, that's the truth. But he didn't get that with Kobe. Remember, he was guarding Kobe when he threw the alley-oop to Shaq. He was guarding Kobe when he beat him in the Trailblazers. He was guarding Kobe when he beat him in Houston.
So you gonna make this a Laker thing?
No, I'm not making it a Lakers thing. If we're talking about if we're talking about
I get where we're going.
That was a valiant effort.
That
was a valiant effort. We're talking about players.
I'm here.
We're talking about players. And that was a good try.
You're a Lakers fan. I got you. I'm here.
I'm here. Everybody on the shows know that. That didn't do anything.
You are a Lakers fan.
Look. Look. I'll give you that. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this, but they also know if you look at the numbers that LeBron scored versus Kobe, they won because their team was better, but LeBron had season lows playing Kobe because Kobe did not play that on defense. On defense, I'm going to play your best player. Who did LeBron ever lock down in his career? Period. This man got done in by a 5'10" point guard that played with Dirk Nowitzki. And he scored 8 points. 8 points. When did you ever hear that from Jordan or Kobe? Let's go ahead and scratch them on out of there. you didn't do nothing offensively, and you did nothing defensively.
So
When
can
have
I
you
ask a
ever
question?
heard that? No, but when have you ever heard that from Jordan or Kobe?
Never. But I
You
have
had
heard of.
players. You had players like Tony Allen.
I've seen people dunk on Jordan, cross him over, and I seen Kobe crossed over.
You never saw him get dunked on.
I seen Jordan dunked on.
You never seen Kobe get dunked on.
So we're getting back to the
Yes, we
point
can go
of
to that.
like
We can go to that. Yes, we can go to that because everybody wants to put LeBron.
So let's eliminate
Joint.
LeBron. I
Everybody
don't
wants
give a
to.
fuck about LeBron.
Okay.
Now we can get to the meat and potatoes. Now we can talk Jordan and LeBron. Not LeBron.
And Kobe.
Kobe. Yeah, let's go.
Kobe scored 81. Jordan's top was 60.
I'm a Kobe.
Jordan's top was
I'm a
61.
Kobe.
So what I'm saying, out of the better forum,
You heard what I said?
Jordan had defensive champion. I mean, well, defensive.
You heard what I said, bro?
No. Let me just get it out.
I'm gonna let you get it out for your behalf, but I'm telling you, I'm a Kobe.
I know it. I got.
I'm not a Jordan.
But look, remember,
Jordan had Pippen. We good.
Remember this.
Kobe had nobody.
Kobe had more defensive first teams than LeBron and Jordan combined.
You talking to the people now. You know.
When Steve Nash won those those MVPs over him, and you look at the stats, there's no way you beat him in 4 statistical categories, and you're only winning in 1, and it's not even points. It's only assists. But Kobe is a shooting guard. Listen, you're not supposed to be an assist leader when you're a shooting guard. The name of your position first is shooting. Yeah. And you're still leading your team defensively. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I love that. But I'm with you.
It's hard. And
we're together right now. That's why I'm going to let you talk to the people.
Right.
I'm a Kobe. I'm not a Jordan. He had Pippen, bro.
He was Jordan 2.0.
I'm not a LeBron. He's just a game manager of today.
Now, look, this is what I'll say about that. With the game management and with the people that he called, that's the only thing that I had pushback on what you were saying. Because of the simple fact that LeBron can go and have nowhere to go and to throw it out because he has nowhere to go. And they'll be like, look at that amazing pass. That wasn't amazing. That wasn't amazing.
Guy, bro. You just seen the open guy. That's it.
Who wouldn't have saw that? Everybody on the perimeter was wide open. You was triple teamed. What did Kobe do when he was quadruple teamed?
And shooting that bitch with a fade.
And made it.
Kobe.
And made it.
Yeah.
And why didn't he pass it? No, wait. But why didn't he pass it? Because you wasn't shooting in the gym. You left practice early. You didn't put the work in. So why am I pass it to you? LeBron didn't have a choice.
This is a fact.
Jordan had a choice, but he did it the smart way. He didn't drive and get stopped. He drove because he knew,
nigga.
And not
Stop.
Stop. You said two names. You said 2 names first that were irrelevant in his championships. The first one was Steve Kerr and John Paxson.
Okay, so we're gonna still talk Scottie Pippen.
We're gonna talk that, but he didn't never kick it out to him when he didn't have nowhere to go.
No,
Scottie Pippen, look. Not just scored, he was one of the best defenders. If you look at their record, they didn't fall off when Jordan retired. They still was the number 1 team in the East.
Talk about it.
Pippen was number 1 in the voting for MVP, but didn't get it.
Shouts out to Scottie Pippen.
You know what I'm saying?
Brother,
go ahead, bro.
We are very good and passionate.
Yeah.
But I have an old man bladder. I have to use the restroom again.
Go ahead, man. Do your thing, man.
All right, good. I shall be right back. I appreciate this. I'm having a blast, man.
Hell yeah, man. Me too, man. Me too, bro. Me too. Yeah, baby. What you want to say to the people out here? What? Why you want to talk loud when I'm on it, but now when you got a chance to talk, you want to talk low? You need to talk loud so the people can hear you.
say I support.
You support who?
You
LeBron or Kobe?
both.
Nah, it's one or the other.
Kobe.
You better damn believe that shit. It's Kobe out here. We don't play that. We don't play that. Why you don't think? Why you think I don't got a LeBron jersey and he play for the Lakers? Because he trash. He not Kobe. That's right. We're going to keep it a stack. We're going to keep it a stack.
I want to hear too.
Huh?
I want to.
Tell the people what you did at Carowinds today. You need to sit up so they can see you and they can hear you.
They can't hear me because I'm not by the mic.
They can hear you because I can hear you.
Okay. At Carowinds, I was on a scary roller coaster.
2 of them.
Charlie Brown.
Woodstock Express.
Yes, the Woodstock Express. And I went on the, what is this called? It's called the Carolina Gold Rusher. I was scared.
She did her thing though. This is my official ride or die partner. She was not scared. She yelled and we did our thing. Even when we went through the dark tunnel, she did her thing. She did her thing. Yeah, she did her thing out here.
I was scared, like, oh my God.
All the way. And we walked. And what your dad did out there? What your dad did? Huh? Did I show him the jumper today?
Yes.
Did I show him the jumper today?
Yes.
Yeah, won the big prize, not the little one. Won the big prize out here.
He got me a unicorn.
Yeah.
My love.
Big unicorn. It was so big, she couldn't carry it by herself with her water, with her lemonade.
I had to do it like this.
It was so big. Everybody.
I thought I got an idea. There's a thing like in my other squish boat. I thought I should just pull over my head.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that.
I like it too much.
Yeah, we did that. Talk to them, baby. Talk to the people.
Okay. So, talk to my own.
Okay, you can talk to them about whatever you want.
I'll talk to my own.
Talk to them.
Can't I talk to him if they're gone? I'm just gonna wait until he comes. Until he comes, I want to talk. I can be a daddy, daughter, uncle, or talk. So all 3 of us can talk.
Yeah, like we live right now and we trying to do this thing and keep it rocking, keep it 100 and official.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Huda in the building. Shout out to my baby.
Katie.
We is out here rocking and Huda. We about to get up off of here because we got to sleep over tonight and we got to get on with the sleepover thing. I appreciate my man getting out here and doing his thing. I hope he can get on here before we get out of here to get one more because I love this guy. Y'all heard our debates. Y'all heard our debates.
Daddy.
We don't sit here and argue and do things like that. We really have good debates and we let each other talk outside of speaking and interrupting through feelings. This man is lit like that. I'm lit like that. And this is what it is.
Daddy.
This is what we're doing. Yes, baby. You want to tell them bye before we get out of here?
No, that's not what I said. I was going to say, can I talk to Uncle up on the show?
Talk to who?
Uncle.
Uncle Huda is not on here right now and we about to get off. Y'all see her. She love her uncles, y'all. She love her uncles. But, like I said, we had a great show tonight. I had one of the dopest hosts that came over here to get on with me on my show and do this like how we did it. And he did his thing. Y'all look forward to seeing Huda a whole bunch of times in the future. But until then, baby, say run it.
Run it.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Holds up